All right, we are live. How's it going, everybody? We are here to talk about our favorite movies from 2025. 2025 was a great year in cinema, and we're going to talk about all of them tonight. Joining me as a special guest is my sister, Margaret. What's going on, Margaret?
Hello.
Did you enjoy 2025 overall?
No.
No. Okay.
Yes, Queen.
She's got some hot takes on some of these movie reviews.
We're ready.
As you know, the third, fourth chair as per usual. Ryan White, what's going on, man?
Hello. Excited to finally do this in the middle of February.
Hey, you know what? We tried. We're here. We made it. And then you know him from the Rob Fishback Network with multiple shows of his own. You know him as Sir Joker. I call him Achille Carter. What's going on, man?
Namaste, my friend. How are you, sir?
Doing all right. How you doing?
I'm living, dadding it up today. I got to see a play today that my child starred in. It is called Decision Day. They wrote, produced, and direct. They had a teacher helping them.
They had an adult
they had adults that, but it was about the college decision process in HBCUs. It was very interesting. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's really cool.
I like my daughter foraying into the world of cinema as a thespian.
Hell yeah!
Because
when I said get her a skull so she can do the Hamlet thing.
I will not get her a skull because she would like that.
We gotta go. We gotta go grave rob and get some skulls.
We're gonna make a new Frankenstein.
Don't give me any ideas.
We're done with Frankenstein.
I don't have to give Rob ideas. I think Rob is his own idea.
I think they need to stop making Frankenstein movies.
No, they need to stop making Dracula movies.
They need to stop making both of them.
Isn't there one coming out or just came out?
It is currently out.
Did you see it yet, Ryan?
No. I will, though.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Rob, I'm sorry. Ryan, I have a question. We're going to start. I know we're doing the best of. What is the criteria for you not to see a movie that comes out? Because I know you see a large amount of movies.
I mean, the way I choose is kind of show times and if I have time. Mm-hmm. So I like to try to go on Friday nights.
Okay.
So whatever is at the easiest time where it's not going to get out too late. Mm-hmm. And then depending on how much time I have on Saturdays or Sundays, I will go to the theater. It is a 20-minute drive from where I'm at, so it's not long, but it does take time. So yeah, but there's some things where I'm like, no matter what, I'm going to see that. So.
Miss Margaret, Miss Fishback.
I feel like I used to go to the movie theater a whole lot more. There was a big chunk of time where I wasn't going to the movie theater just because I felt like either I didn't have anyone to go with or there wasn't anything really calling my name, unless it was like something that I was like, oh, I've been waiting for this movie to come out. Like there was like a 2-year period of movies I didn't see, but then I saw Thor Ragnarok. Like I went to the theater to see it.
So 15 and 16 were downer years?
Nope. Sorry. Love and Thunder.
That was 20.
Oh, I'm sorry.
22?
So I didn't see any movies for a whole year and a half.
Well, that was called the COVID-19 pandemic.
That's also part.
We also all suffered from not going to the cinema.
I feel like that was also just a little bit before and a little bit after too. Where it wasn't, but I feel like it's becoming so much more popular, and I feel like there's a huge trend now in society of going back to a lot of things.
That's because you're on Letterboxd.
No,
most people don't go to the movies.
No, I think that there's just a big trend in society in general of going back to a lot of things. So the idea of going back to a flip phone or going back to a house phone or going back to physical media, those are huge trends now. People are now bringing rate AM FM radios into their house to listen to just the news or a radio station, and it's a lot more calmer.
Who listens to the radio?
People are trying to cleanse themselves from the addiction of TikTok and scrolling through Instagram Reels and all that stuff. So people are going back to what they're calling analog. They're it's a trend now. They're going analog, and
it's always been called analog.
I know, but they've been but that's more there are certain things that are analog, sure, but they are also going back to other things of I'm going to make a to-do list on a piece of paper instead of on my phone. Like I'm going analog. I'm writing a letter.
Yes.
Those kinds of things. So I think that people are now going back to the movie theater because they like the experience. They miss it. And they don't like just sitting at home. And I feel like they get stuck because then again, when you put on a movie at your house, it's so natural to just pick up your phone and just be scrolling when the movie's going. When you're at the movie, you have the peer pressure of like you have to turn your phone off.
Oh.
And so
not everybody.
Not everybody. No.
I will say when I went to the movie theater the last time, because I'm so used to having my phone, I was like, I know that actor from something. I'm like looking it up while I'm at the movie theater trying to figure it out because it was bothering me so much. So it is like harder to do, but that's my perspective on it.
The last movie I saw in the theater with you, I think, was Avengers Endgame. My fourth viewing. Your first.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
But Helen and Hannah, I go to the movies with often.
No.
And they both look at their fucking phones
Not
multiple
Endgame.
times during the movie. And I'm like, both of them wear glasses because like they got the brightness turned down to like 1%. I'm like, I don't know how you guys see on that.
No,
shit.
it wasn't Endgame because I saw that in the theater with one of my friends at like the midnight premiere. And I remember I took a picture of myself crying after.
Okay, so then it was the second time.
after he
We saw
died.
then Infinity War is the last movie we saw together. No, I saw Endgame with you. It was not my first viewing, and it must not have been yours.
I only saw it one time.
I thought you said you went with all your sisters to Iron Claw.
Yeah, but
I
Margaret
wasn't
doesn't go. It's just Helen and Hannah.
I can't see boxing movies.
So, well, not to TMI it too much, but some of us are in relationships and some of us aren't. So those of us that aren't on Christmas Eve go to the movies together.
We'll let the audience guess who are.
We'll let the audience know.
relationships.
So me, Helen, and Hannah have seen the Iron Claw, A Complete Unknown, and Marty Supreme.
I don't
The
want to
last
see
three
any
Christmas
of those
Eves.
movies. Also, I don't like Timothy Chalamet. I feel like Pig Pong movie is very boring. I don't like
Not
Bob
what it's
Dylan
about.
in general. So I don't like Bob Dylan in general. So I didn't want to see that movie. And the Iron Claw, again, I don't like boxing movies.
It's not boxing. It's about wrestling.
Wrestling, whatever. It's the same thing. To me.
I didn't mean to derail from the topic. I was just.
Thanks.
We can. I know it's my fault. We can go into the actual list, and then we can come back to the topic we are discussing because.
Yeah, because we can go down that rabbit hole for a long time. Margaret said a lot in those few statements. I would ask everybody to go back and watch the instant replay of Ryan White's face while all of those statements were made.
Shock and awe.
Shock and awe, baby. That being said, let's rewind back to the. Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
The only thing I want to add is I'm glad that Margaret views it that way. And what I mean is people wanting to go back to the theaters. Rob can vouch for me on this, and it will come up later in this show as well. There were many times that I saw something in the theaters and I said to Rob, it should have been a streaming movie. So there's that too.
There were some movies that I would go see in the theater and I would call Ryan. I'd be like, this is going to make so much money. And he'd be like, oh, that'd be awesome. And then it does. Because I'm like, guess who likes to go to see movies in the theater? Women like to go see movies in the theater, and you know who they bring? Either their boyfriend, their husband, or other women. So that's multiple ticket sales. Whereas dudes, I just go by myself. I don't give a fuck. I'm not calling.
No, okay, hold on. I'm going to push back on this.
All right,
this
push back.
premise you have. I think I'm not judging anybody in Munchkin Land.
Okay.
I think it's so weird to go to the movies by yourself. I am not saying, I've said this 100 times. I'm not saying
says
that,
the guy with a family.
I'm not saying that you should not go to the movies by yourself. I am not saying that is wrong or that you should be cast aspersions or take umbrage. I personally could not go to the movies by myself. I've thought about it and I've never even come
What
close.
if there's a movie that you want to see so bad but no one will go with you?
I'll find somebody to go with me. Or I just won't see it and I'll wait.
He has so many friends.
I was going to say that's
makes it so much
good.
easier.
Not
Must
everyone
be
has
nice.
one. So
No.
some people have to see movies by
Again,
themselves.
This is very Joker-centric statement. I know I've gotten pushback. A lot of people say, oh, I love it. It's so cool and relaxing. If I don't go with one of the little humans that
He's
reach
talking about his
off of
children.
me, yes. Or if I don't go with Patricia, that's my wife. If I don't go with one of the kids that, like, I coach or something, probably not going to see it in the movies. I will not see movies that I really want to see just because nobody wants to see it.
See, this is why I wish teleportation was real, because I would come and pick you up and we would go to the cinema. And yes. And then we would probably get kicked out because we would just be so excited and talking about teleportation the whole time.
We could talk about teleportation in some of these movies that came out last.
So we're going to teleport all the way back to I would consider maybe the first big movie of 2025, which would have been Ryan Coogler's Sinners back in April of last year. Why? You got one to beat me? Is there a big movie that came out before Sinners last year?
Nope. I'm looking at my list and that. I mean, big, yes. Did it do well? No.
No, but it has the most Academy Award nominations.
No. I mean, another movie that was a big movie did come out before Sinners, but it did not do well. No, the Captain America movie.
Oh, Brave New World.
Yeah, it is a big movie, but again, didn't really do that.
We talked about it on this program. It was all right.
So I will say that we discussed Cap 4 or 5, whatever it is, 13, 22, and
Wait.
Captain America: Brave New World.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts on it, Achille?
No, I am. I was waiting for Margaret because she looked like she was
looking something up.
She was in mid-thought. She said, "Wait, I thought she was going to say something."
No, because I have movies before Sinners that came out to talk about.
He's talking about big movies.
Well, did you guys see the Pee Wee Herman documentary?
No.
Yes.
That was excellent.
It was great.
Are we going to talk about? Isn't that technically doesn't that count?
Paul Rubens. I'm
not saying that you're wrong.
The way I decorate, not dissimilar to Paul Rubens.
These go in order, right?
Those are release order when they were made, not necessarily when they were released. So, for example, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. See how that's right after Sinners?
Didn't that just come out?
Didn't come out until October in the theater. Or September.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's on stream. I saw it on streaming just now.
Okay, so this is not in the right order.
No, that's literally when they were shot.
Excuse me. So I will say, and we spoke profusely about Cap. Could have been good. Wasted Mackie. I mean,
wasted Ford.
It's just not realistic to see.
Don't watch it. It's not good.
Any kind of Falcon fighting any kind of Hulk. I don't think it's not good. I don't think the story is as good as strong as it could be.
I stand by my 3 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd because it gives you enough to keep you going. And Mackie and Ford are both really great in it individually. Yep. But the movie overall really falls apart. And it's just like, we'll spoil things on this show. I don't give a shit. You know, here's what sucks. I feel bad for Anthony Mackie. He seems like a
they wasted him,
dude. And they finally gave him a franchise. And they shit the bed, not him. And don't get me wrong. I love Chris Evans. I love that man. Like, I will watch him in anything. Okay. And now he's coming back. So, like, they're just going to cast Mackie aside. And it's like, you had to do you fucking replaced Thunderbolt Ross with one of the greatest actors of all time, Harrison Ford.
Yep.
In a recast. I'm hoping he's a scroll or I'm hoping they fix that because that whole thing's. Well, because it's weird. It's like you watch William Hurt for 10 years and then it's like, wait, that's not William Hurt.
Yep.
Isn't that the guy looking for the one-armed man.
And then the Russos have said that Cap is going to be central to Doomsday, and I'm assuming by default, the one Secret Wars. So you give Mackie the role, you shit the bed. I'm sorry, you poo the bed, with his solo movie, and then you bring back Chris Evans in a big role.
I think they know they lost a lot of their fan base, and so they're trying to come back and get those people back again. I was a member of their fan base, and I left.
You fell off, and you never even watched WandaVision, did you?
No, I was like right around that time where I was like, there's too many TV shows that I have to watch. Then I have to watch them in sequence with the movies. And then it's like, if I miss one movie, I'm behind. And if I don't like one character, I still have to watch all those movies. Otherwise, I'm really confused when they all come together for a big movie. And so I kind of just got lost in it, and it just kind of became too much. And then it just wasn't good. It just was oversaturated. There were too many spin-off big movies. Like although I really liked the Black Widow movie, I felt like when they just had the original like 5 4 or 5 core movies, and then it was just the Avengers all came together. Those were great, but then everyone got a whole own movie or a whole show or whatever, and it was just too much.
I also feel bad for Simu Liu. We should be on Shang-Chi like 3 by now, because
Love him.
But again, Disney shit the bed, and I don't think new management's going to help. I did want to say this quickly. I held on. It was hard. Some of them were just really bad shows, but I held on, and I finally gave up over the summer. I've not seen Ironheart, and I've not seen Wonder Man, though I hear great things about Wonder Man. So, okay, go ahead.
So Rob, sorry, go.
No, please, Mr. White.
I was just gonna say, Rob, you wanted to.
He was transitioning to me, but Achille wanted to say something. Go ahead.
I don't necessarily. So this is going to be my pushback, slightly. Margaret, you're amazing and wonderful. Only pushback I would have is that there hasn't been an Avengers movie for people to lose. I think the Avengers will always bring people back. Yeah. You're 100% correct about the movies and the TV shows. Some of them are fine. Some of them were terrible. Some of them are okay. I'm in the midst of watching Wonder Man. I'm in the midst of watching Peacemaker. Peacemaker was a lot coming out the door, so I have to finish it still. And like I said, because I have little humans that like to skulk, I can't watch all of this stuff, just randomly watch it. So I have to pick what I do watch. I think that Avengers 22, whatever number this is, it's going to bring people back because Deadpool and Wolverine brought people back.
Oh yeah, it did.
It brought me back.
Yeah. See? Go ahead, girl.
But that was it. Like,
because she's like, fuck this, I'm out. This was great. Channing Tatum, you're awesome. Thank you, Jennifer Garner, for coming back. Wesley Snipes, you were right. You are the only Blade. That being said, so let's gear shift real quick. Get out of the MCU, because towards the end of the show, we talk about movies we're anticipating for 2026. We can talk about some MCU stuff.
Yes, Dune. Oh, I'm just kidding. I haven't seen any of them.
Dude,
I just wanted to make Rob upset.
Don't
carry on.
Don't get me excited. If you talk to Dune to me or Helen, that's just all we're gonna talk about the rest of the day, right? And I know Ryan likes Dune as well, also.
Wait, sorry. Side note, Margaret, have we met before, or did I meet Hannah before? I don't remember. I know it was blonde.
I don't know. I mean, I know all about you, but I don't know that I've seen your videos. I don't know that I've talked to you.
Oh, thank you.
Before.
Who was on the show? Who was on the show with us, Rob? You would know that your sister.
Hannah's never been on camera because,
to
quote Hannah, I'm a public servant. I can't be on camera.
So am I. That's why I just.
But she said her role was more important
than mine
because she works with older children.
Are you kidding me? My kids would totally see this stuff. They are the pros of YouTube. Have you met a 5th grade boy? That's all I do.
We have one of them.
Yeah, exactly my point.
Okay.
I was like, Jay, show me the dark web. He can find the dark web.
Hey,
in 2
that's
seconds.
Fishback, and then they'd watch this and be like, I'm bored, and then they would stop watching it.
Well, also because it's long form content, and the youngsters, they like 30-second content. So anyway, we're gonna shift gears. Go back to the first big movie of 2025, which was Ryan Coogler's Sinners. Ryan Coogler, I did not see Fruitvale Station in the theater, but I've seen all of his other movies in the theater, and man. Dude, this guy is officially, he's been on my list, but he's like, because this was an original project, not another Black Panther. He's on my list of like, I don't give a fuck what he's making. I'm there day one. Ass and seat, no popcorn because I don't do that. But Sinners. Let's talk about Sinners. Ryan, go ahead.
I really enjoyed it. When I spoke to Rob, he was able to point out numerous things to me, specifically the gentleman at the very end of the movie, who I had no clue.
Buddy guy.
But yeah, I thought it was really cool, and I was very glad to see, like Rob was saying, an original IP do so well financially. I know some people did not like the shift that it took towards the end of the movie, but I unfortunately kind of knew that's where it was going because of the trailer, so I was fine with it. But yeah, really enjoyed the movie all, and very happy for the success, and hope there are more original IPs because of it.
Are you talking about the tonal shift, like once they get to the juke joint.
Yes.
And things get dark. Okay, gotcha. Because I know some people didn't like the tonal shift in the third act with the big machine gun and the whole thing there.
Oh no, I mean we were already in it by that time. So,
dude, I was in it. That scene when I get the brothers mixed up.
But well, there's Smoke and Stack, but I couldn't tell you which was which.
I get them mixed up when he's with
the black one.
Oh yes, right.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan, the one he plays.
But the scene, it's like 20 minutes in the movie when he's with his ex-wife, and they're like talking about their kid. I mean, like,
yeah,
like I'm totally in. So, Achille, go ahead. Thoughts on Sinners?
Still have only seen the first half of it, but I've heard so many reviews of it that I know there are vampires in it. I'm going to tell you, I liked-ish most of it. I am not the music, and I have this personal disdain with music and movies sometimes. When we talk about Wicked, which I'm assuming we're going to talk about eventually.
We will.
Yeah. When I talk about Wicked, the thing I did not like about Wicked, and people are like, oh, it's a musical. There's too much music for me. Too much singing, too much music. But that's, again, it's a personal thing. It was cool to see jumping errors and the symbolism and all of that. I was just like, it didn't have to be like 5 hours. I know it was like 10 minutes, but it felt like 5 hours. But from what I saw, and I will finish it eventually, but I know it was a good movie. I don't normally agree with the Academy, but they actually got one right. Oh, and Heath Ledger and Denzel.
Well, of course. As somebody who loves blues music and is literally living in Chicagoland, has pretty much my whole life. Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, Son House, Leadbelly, Robert. I mean, some of them are Chicago blues musicians from Chess Records. Some of them are not. They're from the Delta. They're all kind of originally from there, but I love blues music, and watching this movie and hearing a Howlin' Wolf cover and hearing some of the original pieces and everything that's in it, it was so awesome because there was a movie called Cadillac Records with Adrienne Brody that came out in 2009.
And
that was
Beyonce.
Well, she played Etta James. It's about Chess Records in Chicago.
It's about Beyonce. What do you mean, Rob?
I was like, you're talking about Adrienne Brody in it. I'm like,
well, he plays Leonard Chess. But anyways, my point is like there's not been a lot of movies that I can think of in recent memory that even have old blues music in it, let alone like make it a focal point. So that was cool. And Jack O'Connell, after the 28 years later in Bone Temple, like this guy is on this hot streak, and it's great. Like he's awesome. So I'm excited to see what he does next. And Haley Steinfeld. So this is all I'll say to Warner Brothers. You guys fucked up. Here's the deal. You think your audience is dumb. They're a lot smarter than you think they are. When you showed that second trailer, you gave things away. Things that people would have liked to have not had spoiled for them. Unless maybe I'm just reading too much into it because I know how they make trailers, and I know Ryan knows. So
Well, I think that it was really weird because all of the promotions they sent Haley Steinfeld and Michael B. Jordan, she was in it for like 10 minutes. Like if you collectively put it together, she was barely in it. She wasn't one of the I wouldn't say she was a main character. And so when just the two of them were doing all these promotions, and they were great. They have great chemistry. And it was part of what drew me to watch the movie. But I was like, she wasn't even really in it. And that was kind of disappointing and weird. And I feel like, I know obviously she's popular, but I feel like they could have chose someone else to.
They didn't.
Well, you also got to remember,
Michael B. Jordan was enough.
Salary.
Michael B. Jordan was enough.
But there also weren't a lot of white people in it.
She wasn't, because
there wasn't a lot of white people
like
in it.
1%.
And she's probably, I mean, you talk about like Delroy Lindo. I mean, they're more popular.
I was getting to Delroy, but go ahead. Yeah,
they're more popular, actors and actresses in it. But if you're talking about like name, she's on fire right now. One, and she just got married to the quarterback of the Bills.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't remember.
It'll come to me later.
Yeah, it'll come. Yeah.
Not
Travis Kelce. It's the other one.
No, it's not Travis Kelce. Kelce is.
I only know football players because of who their wives are. So
I don't even know what to say to that.
I just broke everybody. This is great. Real.
Yes, but I do think I was surprised she was doing the press tour too when I saw the movie. Well, the part I saw, but I figured that she couldn't have been in it much more. But then, it makes sense because she's the star.
Yeah.
Right. So you already mentioned his name, but I wanted to quickly set the stage for everybody. So the year was 1999. Go look at who was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for the year of 1999. Stacked fucking list. I could make an argument it should have been Tom Cruise for Magnolia.
Nope.
Conversation. Who won that year was Michael Caine for the Cider House Rules. Michael Caine. Delroy Lindo wasn't even nominated for that movie, and he blew everybody else in that movie out of the fucking water. So shout out to the Academy for finally acknowledging this immense talent that is Delroy Lindo. Fuck yeah. I don't know. There's a chance he walks away with the statue on March 15th because it literally is kind of an open race. A lot of people love Stellan. I love Stellan. A lot of people love Benicio, but with him and Sean Penn both being nominated, kind of splits the vote. Jacob Elordi Frankenstein, maybe. I don't know. There's a case Delroy Lindo might win Best Supporting Actor. I don't know.
Probably should after all these years.
After
Josh
Did you guys see the conversation with him and Denzel I posted in Discord?
I saw it before you posted it, Rob.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's interesting to see who, because you think about it, I've always thought about Delroy as older than Denzel, but he might be, but he's not that much older because you forget how old Denzel is.
Right.
What'd you say?
Delroy is 73, only because he looks really familiar. There's not a movie.
How old is Denzel? Look up Denzel.
I want to say 71.
I want to say
he might be 70.
Okay. Well, both those gentlemen look great. So.
Yeah.
71.
Achilles knows.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were that close, and they went to AFTA or whatever.
Right.
Together, and I learned that from the interview too, and I was just surprised. I was like, oh. And you don't realize, and I bet you, Morgan Freeman is a little bit older than them, but he's probably in that same bracket. And it's just funny how, look
him up.
Morgan Freeman?
Isn't he 85?
I would say something like that, 84, 84 maybe 83.
Do not say those words. Do not put that out there.
What?
I think he's ready.
She said Morgan's knocking at death's door.
When's the last time you saw him? He's not looking great.
I haven't seen him in a movie in a minute.
Wasn't he just in Now You See Me, Now You Don't?
Oh, I haven't seen any of those movies.
But he's got a wrap on his hand. He looks really kind of frail.
Oh, does he still have? He has the same thing Grandpa had, where he's got to wear the white gloves and stuff.
That's for all the breaking and entering, all the crimes he does. But yeah, it's that same type of you don't really think of them. Obviously I know Morgan Freeman's older than everybody, but it's still in context to see actors who are actually peers in terms of age. It's weird.
Right. Yeah. But Sinners, I'm so glad. Here's the best news. One of my best friends who I consider a regular person. He's not a cinephile. He watches 10 movies a year.
Mm-hmm.
The day of the Oscar nominations, he texted me and he goes, "Wow, 16 nominations. I'm watching Sinners tonight."
Yep.
And then he called me after the movie. He had a couple questions about it, but he liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, if this is going to get regular people that just mostly watch television to watch this,
mm-hmm.
that's awesome. Even if it only wins Best Original Screenplay. So.
Okay. I like it.
All right. So I kick things open. We don't have to go chronological through the year. But Achille, let's start with you. What's a movie from 2025 you would like to talk about?
That I would like to talk about. Let's see.
I actually saw a lot more than I thought I did.
Yeah,
me too. When I looked through my AMC
I invited you on the show. I follow your letterbox.
Let's see. I will talk about. We'll do an easy one.
Okay.
I'll do Dogman because I saw Dogman with my child and my what. You don't know what Dogman is?
I know. It's just
Okay.
it's surprising.
I don't.
When you bring up.
Wait, is Dogman? Is this like the Dave Pickley Captain Underpants?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
So he apparently, him and his owner get into some kind of creepy accident, and they have to take the owner's head off in the dog's body, and he puts the
that's
dog's
so
head.
weird.
That's the same premise as Cat Dog.
It's an
huh?
animated film, though.
It's a cartoon. It's not-
like
It's so weird for
Yeah.
kids.
So, I was made to see it with Armani, who's my younger one. He's going to be 12. And they were like, "Oh, we're going to see Dogman." Never read the book, so I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" But I will tell you that it was a very interesting, entertaining movie. It did really good too, I think, in the box
Yeah,
office.
it did do really good. We're making another
And a lot, I know a lot of kids, most kids that I know like saw it. I know a lot of adults, so a lot of my teens that I work with, like the 13 up, they were like, "Oh yeah, I saw Dogman." I was like, "What the hell's wrong with you people?" But Dogman was a very interesting movie, and I will start with Dogman because even though I was confused, I was like, "Oh,
Because you didn't read the books.
Yeah.
no," and
Ryan,
yes.
Did you see Dogman?
Well,
Did you see Dogman, Ryan?
no, I did not.
So maybe I should read the Odyssey because I feel I'm gonna be really confused with that movie.
Oh, you never read the Odyssey? You didn't read the Odyssey in high school?
I've read the Odyssey.
Don't read it. Be surprised.
Let's shift.
I haven't read Wuthering Heights though. That movie was awesome.
Let's shift to the Minecraft movie.
Oh, okay. He's like, I'm out.
I thought
I
it was actually
refused.
not bad.
I
I was
refused.
like really anti the movie, and Jack Black just seems like he just was like living his best life with this movie.
Well, because he is.
Like he just was like, "Can I be in this?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure." And he was like, "All right, cool." And then he just played himself the whole time.
It's just like him and Mario. Like it's the Super Mario Brothers. It's kind of like where he can just be
Himself.
weird and zany.
I'm so proud of him, and I feel like he just lived to. I think he was just happy.
He's
And-
been playing himself since Richard Linklater's School of Rock in 2003
but
when he
I
played
just-
Ned Schneebly.
But like in this movie, he was talking, and then he just turned into song randomly, and then he starts talking again.
As Jack Black does.
Like exactly, and I thought it was great. I mean, I didn't think it was like an excellent film. I rated it 2 stars, but I thought it was like, it was one of those like good like 2-star movies where you're like, all right, that's
See,
cool.
and that's why everybody that rates on Letterboxd is different. If it wasn't a good movie, but I still liked it, I'd give it 3 stars. Just because
Mhm.
I liked it.
Did
That's
you
what I'm
play
saying.
that game growing up?
What were you saying?
Did you play that game growing up?
What Minecraft?
Minecraft.
She's
Nah, I'm a little too old for that, but
Okay.
she's born in the
I
90s,
have.
Well, no.
the late
I
1900s.
asked
Really nice.
because I did not play it and I had no interest in seeing it in theater. I
Oh.
eventually watched it on HBO Max.
My boyfriend played it like on the computer before it became like a game on like the Switch or some whatever. And then he did get it for me on the Switch, and I've played it a little bit. It's kind of like not really very engaging for me, but I thought it was cool. And then all my students saw it. I work in an elementary school, and so they all talked about it, and I was like,
And that's the demographic right there.
because they were like talking about Chicken Jockey, and then they were making this reference, and I didn't understand anything. So I was like, I gotta watch this movie.
Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong. That's still was that the box office winner at 25?
Well,
So far, yes.
So
It
we didn't have
is-
any movies that hit $1 billion then.
No.
The Minecraft movie
well,
was the
It didn't. It hit 9.
Avatar didn't make a
No,
billion.
no. Right now, Zootopia has a chance to surpass Minecraft, but Minecraft is number 1.
but
Okay, so nothing made
wait,
$1 billion
so
in
Zootopia 2
25.
still technically came out in 2025.
Yeah.
Yes.
It came out in
December.
November.
Or possibly November.
November.
I haven't seen it yet.
Came out right before Thanksgiving. I
The
believe.
first one was really good.
Yes.
I was going to
Speaking
pick Jay, but he went with the school kids.
Oh,
The Minecraft movie is another movie that just caught on. Like and I'll say this one too, the SpongeBob movie too. There was another SpongeBob movie, and it was just like the amount of. And I'm not when I say kids, I'm talking about like 16 and under.
Yeah.
that sort of SpongeBob movie. Because I told somebody, like, oh, you like SpongeBob? I go, no, they don't realize. Oh my God, SpongeBob is great. I didn't like SpongeBob is after me. I'm old. SpongeBob is after me. I never really thought SpongeBob was really funny. I thought SpongeBob was more annoying than anything. But
I
again,
reference SpongeBob at least once a week.
Me too. At least once a day for me.
Yeah. We're going Weast, Patrick. Weast.
But I did that literally 2 days ago. I didn't like it very much as a kid. I felt like it was really annoying. But then as I get older, I'm like, God, but those were such funny lines that you're just like,
interesting. That as you get older,
that
you mature into
funnier.
SpongeBob.
Yes. Like as a kid, I thought it was really annoying. Like those were not the shows. Like Everybody Loves Raymond was like my favorite show when I was like 10.
God, that explains so much.
And so
well, because it's based in Long Island.
And
gang.
True.
I know.
But I feel like SpongeBob is a classic. Like I don't know that I would sit and just watch it, but I like to reference it because I think it is so funny and like laughable. Like I would say the same thing about like just like any movie that someone likes that you're just like there's so many good one-liners.
Joe Dirt.
The movie isn't that excellent. I have not seen Joe Dirt.
You're talking to my guy all wrong. Do it again. I hit you in the face with a soldering knife.
But I did finally see The Big Lebowski this year. That is Rob. Like if I put Rob into like 5 movies that are him, The Big Lebowski.
I've literally lived out the dude's life.
The Big Lebowski is one of them, and I finally watched it this year. I know it's not a 2025.
So now you understand like all my lifestyle choices.
So
the best line in that movie. Oh, go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say my suggestion now, Margaret, is watch it again and see how much more you get the second time, and then the third and the fourth. And trust me, there's more jokes the more you watch it.
It's a Pomeranian. You can't cage it. It gets upset. Is this your homework, Donnie?
Oh boy.
Apparently, you didn't go to college, Mr. Lebowski. Anyways, as I digress, where were we?
Well, we were talking about
SpongeBob.
But we were
the new one.
Technically Minecraft
animation.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't see it.
It's terrible
Because I like the 2D animation.
But we're talking about kids' movies, and we can transition. This is a great time to talk about Lilo and Stitch.
This is why Margaret's her and Achille are going to take over the RFN. But go ahead.
Lilo and Stitch live action. I thought it was great. I'm loving the Disney live action. There's been a few that I haven't liked, but I thought that it was really good. I'm a big Lilo and Stitch fan. I always have been.
We owned the soundtrack on CD.
That's why I like Elvis. As a child, I did, and
she doesn't anymore.
It's not that I don't like him. He's just not like my favorite. But anyways, I thought it was really good. I thought they did a great job with it. I think they did a really good job of like. People were really pissed that they had to write different things than the first movie. But it's like when you make something animated to live action, there are things that just straight up don't make sense when it's real life. So yes, they do have to change it. And then when you also are like, that movie was made for kids and like, great. But when you actually try to like think about it, you're like, why was a child with their older sibling and there wasn't an adult really around? Like, how does this actually work? And so when you think about it, you're like, there are some holes in it. And so I think they filled those holes, but people were pissed that they did that.
Did they keep the Elvis soundtrack?
Yes, but they did not Elvis. They probably didn't have the copyright for it. So they did like people doing
it wasn't.
covers.
So that was, I wish we still had the Lilo and Stitch soundtrack on CD because it was like all original master recordings of Elvis Presley songs.
If you go on like Apple Music or Spotify, they don't even have it. Like if you go to the Lilo and Stitch soundtrack, they don't even put the Elvis songs on there.
Well, we're adding that to the Google Outlet CD. Look around.
I think because the copyright of it. So they only have like the actual like original Lilo and Stitch songs. New movie, they didn't. I don't think they have the copyright. I'm just assuming they didn't have the copyright for it, so they did covers, which were not bad. They were like modern covers of the songs.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is like a big part of the movie because that's like.
Do you own that on DVD?
Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, I own it on DVD, and
tape,
I see copies of it all the time on DVD.
I know
if you want one, I'll snag one for you.
I know I have it on tape, and I think I might still have a CD.
The reason I have it on DVD is because Disney Plus edited out a sequence where Stitch is hiding in the dryer.
Yeah, the dryer, yeah.
They changed it to a pizza box because you could die in a dryer.
See, again, that when you put that into the movie now, people would be like, that's insane.
That's why I have the original pressing on DVD. So, yeah.
Did you guys see the Lilo and Stitch live action?
I did.
Did you like it?
I really enjoyed it. My
Amazing.
thought about it, though, and this is not a negative, when Stitch was not on screen, I don't think there was anything funny going on. So he was definitely the main source of humor in that
I
movie.
would argue, though, that's how the animated one was, though.
Oh, okay. See, I never saw it. So
yeah.
I would say that he was the only source of comedy in the animated one. The reason
okay.
I liked it so much is Lilo, I feel like, is so melodramatic, and she's like 7. And I just think that's so interesting. She thinks the world is just like dying around her, but she's also like so fun and snappy. And I feel like that's so original, or was original for a kid to be like that. But then they also talked a lot about like different family makeups, and they had the older sister taking care of her, and there was a social worker that was coming, and they were trying to make sure that the family was together. But I don't know. But then the new one, like they made the social worker much nicer, which people really hated also.
Oh, okay.
And what's his name was in it too? He played one of they did have to do, because there's 2 like alien looking
Zach
people.
Galifianakis?
No, the other one.
I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking
Billy
about.
Magnuson.
Okay.
He's in a lot of stuff. You know him?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He
Oh yeah. Was he in Dead? I think he was in Dead Man's Wire, the Bill Skarsgård movie that came out a couple.
I
weeks
don't know,
ago.
but he played Pleaky, and those are, oh my god. Courtney B. Vance was also. He did the voice of Bubbles.
Help me out, Ryan. Was it Michael Clark Duncan in the original, or Achille? Maybe you know. Was that
what?
Michael Clark Duncan in the original that played the like FBI guy?
I don't know, just because I didn't see the original.
But the original voice of Stitch came back, and he's the voice of Stitch in the live action.
Nice.
So he's the original from the first one and the second one.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson's also doing that with the Moana films.
Yes.
Yes.
No, this guy.
Ving Rhames.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Ving Rhames.
Oh, okay.
That's pride.
Anyways, but
well, that's cool.
The other thing I was going to mention about that is I thought they did a really good job making Stitch look real, even though it was live action.
Yes.
Like it was really good CGI for that.
I think so too. And there was a lot of scenes in the water, and I thought that still.
Do you remember seeing the original in the theater?
Do you remember when that came out?
In 2002.
How old would I have been?
You were 3. I saw The Lion King when I was 4, and I do remember seeing that in the theater. But yes, we saw it at Movies 10 in Joliet, which is now a sports authority or Dick's Sporting Goods. That's
but to wrap up, unless anyone else had anything about Lilo and Stitch, since I feel like we kind of started with like kid oriented movies.
Can we go to art films next?
No, yeah, but we got to finish the kid oriented movies with the biggest bang, K-pop Demon Hunters.
I didn't see it. Well,
trust me.
No.
I've only ever watched one anime in my whole life.
No, I am going to tell you right now. I started to watch it. I was like, oh my god.
It is not meant for you.
This is.
I don't know you very well, but it's not meant for you. It's not meant for
Are you
Ryan.
Calling him old?
It's not.
I'm clutching my pearls because you hurt my feelings.
And it's meant for people under
teenagers.
The age of 16.
Yes. 100%.
I'm
also not a huge anime person and huge animated, but I know a lot. When I say a lot, because I work with teens too, and a lot of people were like K-pop Demon Hunters.
I mean, this is like the next generation's like big movie. Like when you think back to like whatever, like for us as kids, like this is that big movie that it became huge. The songs are huge. It won a freaking Oscar.
So let me set the scene real quick for this hypothetical.
It won a Golden Globe, but it probably will win an Oscar.
Sorry,
it will. Yeah, probably.
I
can
get confused about.
Well, I mean, we got a Diane Warren slot, which is obviously every year because Diane Warren. I don't understand it. And then a bunch of other songs that whatever. All right, so if you think about it, we had Minecraft, which was huge, and I think will also continue to be big for a few years, and K-pop Demon Hunters in the same calendar year. My mind's going back to the 94-95 double punch of Lion King and Toy Story. obviously Disney Pixar's kind of held the reins on movies for children for a very long time. Up until kind of recent years with the Spider-Verse films and
who did Minecraft?
Warner Brothers.
Well, but here's the thing with K-pop Demon Hunters. It came out on Netflix originally, was so big that they actually put it in theaters because it was so big. And they are making a live action movie. They're making a TV show. They're making a sequel.
Well, Ted Sarantos.
There's like everything you can imagine they're making from this.
Yeah.
The actual, so they had the voice cast for the movie, for the animation, and then they had the singers. And the singers are the ones that are going to all of the press and all that stuff because it's the songs that are up for awards and whatever. And then if they're up for a movie, if it's up for like movie, whatever, it's the director that's going to go up and it's not going to be the actors. But their Huntrix is what their girl group is named or whatever. But like they're popping off. They did that one thing with Snoop Dogg.
Did you say the Huntress?
Huntrix.
Was the Huntress, was that why am I blanking on her name? She's in 10 Cloverfield Lane. Was that her character in Birds of Prey, right?
Oh, yeah. Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Deep hole.
Wait. The Huntress.
The Huntress in Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey.
That's
what he thought
he
heard.
Huntrix.
That was a good movie, and people like to shit on it. That was a good movie.
But Huntrix, the girl group from this movie, they've been doing like big performances, and they're not like a group I think that existed before this movie, and now they're like this huge thing. Like they did that one thing with Snoop Dogg and where they all wore white. I don't remember what it was, but there was like a bunch of like they're everywhere now.
But did was this planned to be with Snoop Dogg, or did Snoop Dogg just show up?
No, there was this like it was like some national thing. Hold on, let me look it up because I feel like it's important. But that they were even invited because it's like a big thing that they are still popular. But
so when we wrap this point, my point, the reason I brought up what I brought up was I'd make the argument that we're like 5 years in now, maybe even a little longer, where Disney does not have the stranglehold on animated movies anymore. Like we've really like between again, I know Spider-Verse. Ryan, do you know what won Best Animated Feature last year?
So that's the thing. Everybody thought it was going to be The Wild Robot, but it ended up being a movie called Flow, which was about a cat.
Wild Robot was really big though, too, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyways, that's kind of my point. It's like Disney doesn't have.
I say everybody loosely. Sorry.
They did a Christmas halftime show, and it was Lainey Wilson, Snoop Dogg, the Huntrix, and then someone else really popular. Andrea Bocelli. Remember? Andrea Bocelli and his son were there. Anyways,
is his son also blind?
No, his son was there because he's blind.
Oh, he's like his like grab my arm and okay.
Yeah.
Guide. He's his guide.
His emotional support human.
Yeah. He also sings, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, anyways, so the reason I was saying that is that they're just becoming really popular, and I feel like they're going to continue to be popular.
Yep.
Kids are obsessed with them. They have dolls, they have shirts, they have every merchandise that you could ever imagine. Like they're huge, and they're going to continue to be huge. And so I feel like that the fact that they were even nominated for like these pretty big awards also says something. And it really isn't. I feel like it's the Squid Game equivalent to a movie where you're like, it can go across countries and cultures and people like it everywhere. And so that's what makes it even bigger because then more people are going to watch it and experience it. Like this was the #1 movie on Netflix for, I think, the entire year.
Well, and if Netflix owns all the rights to it, especially with the incoming Warner Brothers acquisition, they're going to need to make some money back. So I think this might be a way to start paying off some of their debts. But all right, let's do a hard pivot to Lynn Ramsay. Go ahead.
I didn't get to talk about this at all.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah, I tried to say yes, but
sorry.
other people were,
I just assume you guys haven't seen it.
No, I did not see it on my own accord. Let's put it that way. I was staying with a friend who has 2 kids, a 4 and 7-year-old girl, and they absolutely loved it. So I don't know how many times they'd seen it, but they wanted to watch it again. And I was there and staying with him, and so all of us watched it together. And I completely see the appeal. I did not enjoy it to the level of phenomenon that it is. I definitely enjoy the song that they play on the radio, Golden, like you were saying. But yeah, I understand why it is as popular, especially with the demographic. Two things though. I just looked either last night or the other night, and very few videos on YouTube have over 1 billion views. This song, Golden, which they have a YouTube video for. Now, it's not a full music video. It's called a video visualizer. In other words, it's mostly lyrics with some images in the back. Nothing special about it. Yeah, it came out 7 to 9 months ago. I forget what it said. And it's already at 1.7 billion views, which is crazy for something like that.
Isn't Gangnam Style like number 2 or number
right?
3?
So there's a trend here, and that's what I'm getting at. Not only is it, obviously they're both Korean, but if you make something international, like what Margaret was saying, where it reaches people across the globe, it's just going to become so much more popular. I did want to make mention of one thing, though. You said that there might be a live action and then a series that was animated and stuff. If those things do happen, I'm guessing the live action will be first. And the reason why I say that is the style of animation used in this movie is the same style as the Spider-Verse movies. And because it takes so long to do, it's going to be a while before we see another animated movie or series from this. Probably won't be till either 29 or 30.
That's
so
right.
Oh, wow.
Well, no, look at Spider-Verse. That was supposed to have come out this past summer.
More was going on with that, but
well,
yes, we're finally getting it next year.
Next year. Yeah. Wow, that's wild. All right, hard pivot, because I just want to do like the 180, whatever the 180 of that was. We don't have to go very long on this, but let's briefly talk about some art movies. That's what I'm going to call them, and we'll rip the Band-Aid off with Lynn Ramsey's Dime I Love, starring Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson. Ryan, I know you've seen it. I've seen it. Margaret, you've seen it as well. I was so excited.
I haven't.
I know. I was so excited for this movie because Jennifer Lawrence, I think, is like one of the greatest talents, like maybe ever. She's so durable. She can do like a Hunger Games thing and then like break your heart in Silver Linings Playbook. And anyways, her performance was great. Everybody's Sissy Spacek, Nick Nolte, Pattinson, Lakeith Stanfield, all the performances were great. That movie was weird as fuck. I'll never watch it again. I gave it 4 stars because it was incredible. Like the performances were incredible and it was visually very interesting to watch, and it's an art movie. But yeah, wow, that was a wild fucking movie. Ryan, thoughts on Dime I Love?
As you said, I saw it as well. I saw it because I love the two of them and the work that they've done. I have no reason to see it again, though. So, yeah. Joker, you probably want to pass on that one.
Why?
I don't know if it's going to be up your alley.
Okay.
You're not missing anything.
I
I gave
So
you 2
it's
stars.
It was one of those movies like Hereditary where I watched part of it.
No. Hereditary, I've seen multiple times.
Yeah.
Hereditary is terrible.
That's like your opinion, man.
Dime I Love is like one of those movies where you're like, wow, they tried really hard. They're great. I'm so glad they tried so hard, but you're like, this isn't good.
I don't
Like,
know.
Ideally.
I don't know if the ending was metaphorical or literal, and I'm not going to read the book to
And there
find
were
out.
weird parts that I didn't understand.
And was Lakeith Stanfield real, or was she just seeing him the whole time?
And
I
don't know.
honestly, like Robert Pattinson didn't. I feel like he didn't mirror Jennifer Lawrence's performance very well.
Because he played it straight, and she played it fucking batshit
And
crazy.
that's the thing, is that I feel like they weren't on the same page.
You need
as
to
what
watch
they
A
needed to
Woman
do.
Under the Influence and watch. You'll be like, wow, Peter Falk in this movie is just like Robert Pattinson. While oh my god, please help me. She older version in The Notebook.
Oh, Gene
Cassavetes is
Gene Rollins.
Gina Rollins. Oh my god, I can't believe I blanked on that. You're gonna be like, Gina Rollins is
Rest in
batshit
peace.
crazy in this
Did
movie.
she
And
pass this year?
last couple of years, not this past year.
Oh.
And Peter Falk's like playing it straight the whole time.
Yeah, I didn't really love that. But pivoting to the next artsy movie, Begonia, I thought I was gonna hate that movie. I thought it was great. That's a movie to watch.
I loved Kirsten Dunst's trolling the day of the Oscar nominations, where she shared an article about somebody talking about how great Jesse Plemons was in Begonia, and he deserved an Oscar nomination. And they were kind of shading Timothy Chalamet.
Wait, she was in a movie this year too, wasn't
Kirsten Dunst?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Roofman.
Roofman. And she was in Civil War.
I just know she was
previously.
promoting a lot. She was promoting something, and she just was talking about Jesse Plemons the whole time.
Yeah, well, they met on Fargo, I believe, and then got married, and they're living their best fucking life.
They look great. They're great.
They're both incredible. So,
But Begonia.
Begonia.
Is that Begonia or Begonia?
Well, Begonia.
The first one.
I don't know.
Begonia.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
I saw this is what I did on Halloween.
I loved it. I liked it more than Yorgos' previous film, which I think was last year. Kinds of Kindness.
Kinds of, yeah.
Anywho, I don't want to spoil this one. So what I will say is this movie did a really good job of making you think both things in it. And if you watch it, you know what I mean by that. And yeah, just really enjoyed it. So
I know this is a remake of an international film that came out like 20 years ago. I'm not familiar with the source material, but
me neither.
Those two living in the house, like, no bullshit. I know this sounds a little bleak or a little black, like coffee black, but like if they ever wanted a remake of Mice and Men again, those two have such incredible fucking chemistry. It's like that movie would be awesome. Yeah, really liked it. I think this is maybe one of Yorgos's more like movies that like anybody can watch.
Well, his most accessible is The Favorite, hands down. But yes, this is closer than his other ones.
Yeah, like I loved Poor Things, but like
right.
I remember Helen watching it and she's like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, well, it's kind of like Frankenstein. It's kind of like 9 other things, and it just all blends together.
Aren't they? I know we're getting to movies that they're coming out soon, but aren't they making a Frankenstein's Bride movie?
That's The Bride, directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal. We will get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
I thought this was a 25 show.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about Frankenstein, and then I was like, I think I just saw that commercial.
But yeah, Begonia is great, and it's fucking nuts. And Emma Stone is basically our Meryl Streep. I mean, I think we can all agree on that. I mean, Jennifer Lawrence is up there though too. You know, but Emma Stone, it's just like, oh, she's got a movie out this year. Give her an Oscar nomination.
The last thing I'll say is Joker. I would recommend checking this one out for the mental health aspect.
What's the name of it?
Well, Begonia.
It spells
Begonia. Hold on.
I'll Google it.
Bugonia. It's not spelled like the plant.
Yeah, Bugonia, like Rob said.
Okay. My Begonia has a first name. Okay. Let's see. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Oh no, you're good. I just wanted to say that this was probably worth your time. So
and we're gonna get back to regular movies in a moment, but since we're still on art films, some of these movies are art films, some of them are not. But this one definitely I would put in the art film category. It should have just been called Uncut Gems for Moms. If I had legs, I'd kick you. I know I'm the only person on this screen that really liked this movie.
I didn't see it yet.
It might be a little bit of my bias
see it
because Conan O'Brien is one of my heroes. And he made his feature film debut in this, and he was awesome. And I thought Rose Byrne is just like one of the coolest actresses since Bridesmaids came out. So she's great. And like if she ends up winning and beats Jessie Buckley, you don't think she will? You think Buckley's gonna get it? I think
no.
Buckley's gonna get it too.
It's not because she doesn't deserve it. That's just the way it's gonna go.
Well, and who is a producer on Hamnet that is not a producer on Legs, and his name is the mayor of Hollywood, Steven Spielberg. So that's why why I think Buckley's going to get it. But anyways, this movie was fucking crazy. It was intense, and I loved every single minute of it. And by the time when the credits popped up, I go, all right, you two talk.
No, the only thing I want to say about it is I'm glad I don't have kids. I still don't want kids. And I never want to see this movie again, but Rose Byrne was amazing. So,
yeah.
I'll clock that for no kids.
It was boring. It was confusing. It was stressful for no reason.
And confusing.
And
stressful.
Have you seen Uncut Gems?
Actually, because you said that, I tried watching it. I watched 10 minutes of it and was like, I cannot watch any more of this movie.
I knew nothing about it.
I cannot watch a single more minute. So we stopped watching it. And I don't know the last time I started a movie and was like, I can't watch this anymore.
Imagine it's 2019 or January of 2020. I can't remember when I saw it, but all I'd seen was the trailer. As those of you know, Adam Sandler is another one of my heroes my whole life. And I know nothing about this movie. I saw it in the theater with a packed house. And that entire house the whole time was like,
well, I don't really even know what it's about. I just know that what's her name that was dating Kanye West was like, yeah, Josh Safdie wrote Uncut Gems about me. And then it was like
Julia Fox
meme when she was like Uncut Gems. And so then that was like really, so then I was like, okay, I know that movie. And then I really know anything else about it.
That's the movie where I learned about who Adina Menzel was. She plays Sandman's wife in the movie. And
you didn't know who Adina Menzel was?
I wasn't familiar with Wicked at the time.
I was gonna just jump into make a transition.
You never saw
2019. Like this, you never saw Glee movie.
Yeah, you didn't see Glee?
No, you never saw Glee?
He's the only one in the Fishback household that didn't watch Glee.
I binged it a year or so ago.
Don't even get me started on Glee. I could.
You watched the whole thing of Glee.
Let's not. She's worse than me.
If we want to.
For hours about it.
If we want to do a different show about that, sure, I'll be on that show. But let's keep it to this for now.
Let's at least keep it to film.
I will say A$AP Rocky was in it, and I liked him in it, and I didn't know he acted. But
I didn't know.
Like, okay.
I didn't know that was him, and I'd heard his name many times before, and so I'm looking at the credits, and I was like, "Oh, I've heard that name. Yeah, it's good."
I mean, he
wasn't he in Higher, Lower, or whatever it is, Denzel's movie too,
which I still haven't seen yet.
Other things, but I don't know. I just saw it.
No, Denzel said that A$AP Rocky was good.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet.
Speaking of Denzel, there was this 2-episode series. Does that count as a movie?
Sure.
It's Denzel.
If it's on,
it's Denzel.
Letterboxd and Denzel.
It's Denzel.
It should count.
Margaret, it's Denzel.
And I can get my whole Denzel collection right now.
So there was this series. It was just 2 episodes, and it was called Number One on the Call Sheet. And it came out. I don't know. I think I saw like a preview of it on TikTok or something. It's all Black male and female actors talking about their movies and their obviously like their discography. No, it's not it.
Filmography.
And Halle Berry was like one of the big ones, and then Denzel was the other big one. Like I would say the biggest female was Halle Berry, and the biggest male was Denzel.
That was the first Oscars I ever watched, and they both won that night.
And they talked about that, and it was so good. Morgan Freeman did it, which is when I saw him not looking great. I think that's what I was thinking of.
I gotta watch this. I gotta watch this doc.
Who
didn't look great?
Morgan Freeman.
Oh, okay.
Do you recall what this was on?
Maybe HBO.
Okay.
But Jamie Foxx is on it, and I love hearing Jamie Foxx talk. I just think the way he talks just is very entertaining.
That's how I am about Jack Nicholson.
And then like everyone's in it. Kevin Hart. Who else was in it?
So there's no white people in this.
No, it's all. And then, oh my god! And then Angela Bassett. Love Angela Bassett. She was in it for a long time.
She got robbed for Black Panther.
Damn right. Amen.
But
Amen.
She put a whole foot in it for Black Panther.
And I feel bad for Jamie Lee Curtis because Jamie Lee Curtis is awesome. But like, really, what the fuck?
She wasn't even.
Jamie Lee Curtis did 100 versions of Halloween. I don't feel bad.
This is multiple timelines.
Yes.
But anyway, so Number One on the Call Sheet. If you haven't seen it, it's really, really good. And again, it's just 2 episodes long, and it's just about how movies have changed and the style of Hollywood has changed from the older movies when Denzel started working to like now. And he talks a lot about his career. Halle Berry talks a lot about her career and how she started doing these like very small films and then jumping into something bigger, and how she's a huge name now.
Yes, she showed her boob and then she had a sex scene, and that's when her career turned.
Yeah.
You talking about which movie? Are you talking about Monsters Ball?
Monster Ball was a sex scene,
Yeah.
and her boobs were shark. What was it?
I don't know. I didn't see that one.
With Hugh Jackman.
Swordfish.
Swordfish. That's right. Swordfish.
Dude, I gotta rewatch Swordfish. I haven't seen that movie since it came out. There was like an all-star cast, wasn't it? Wasn't Travolta in that movie too?
Yeah, it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
I
Eddie
like that
Murphy's
movie.
also there too. Oh, the only white person in this film is Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Well,
He's not
white?
that totally makes sense.
Tarantino's white.
I forgot that I was
He looks
looking at
Spanish.
this. And I on Letterboxd I love to look at other people's comments, and so I always like them. And one of the liked comments that I had was the only white person in this movie is Quentin Tarantino.
Which totally tracks.
Yeah.
Like if they did one on like kung fu movies, he'd be the only white person that would be in it too.
I don't know why he was in it or why he was interviewed.
Well, because he literally grew up with blaxploitation films, which is why he adapted Elmore Leonard's Rum Punch and made Jackie Brown in 1997. But that's a different conversation for another day. The only other like art film I wanted to mention, and I know I'm the only one that's seen it, so I'll be brief. Sentimental Value. Let's put it this way. That movie is beautiful and it's very like touching, but I think because like Sentimental Value with Stellan Skarsgård.
Oh, that's the dad, right?
Yeah. Well, and Elle Fanning's in it too, and she's got. Well, they're all 4 of them have nominations. It's a beautiful film. I couldn't connect to the material very well, and I think that's just because like I've kind of sewed up a lot of my wounds in my life. Whereas like if you're somebody that's got some open wounds still, you're gonna really attach to this movie. It's about fathers and daughters. Anyways, Stellan Skarsgård's just awesome. So any opportunity to talk about him.
On the last and only other podcast episode that I was on, the ongoing joke was how I know really famous people from random obscure movies that like they're not even known for. And I think the one that
because you're a fishback.
What'd you say? Because I'm a fishback, yes. So the one that was like the ongoing joke was I don't know, it'll come back to me. But anyways, the reason I know Stellan Skarsgård is from Mamma Mia. And he was in it in 2008 or whenever the first one came out. And I was like, oh my God, this guy's so cool. I love him. And then he was in Thor. And I was like, hey, that's the guy from Mamma Mia. And then I was like, he's super cool. And then I was like, oh, he has 2 sons that are also in a bunch of stuff. That's super awesome.
He has like 20 sons. There's what, 5 of them, 6 of them?
I think there's actually 8. But and all of them, actually, he did the interview, the Actors on Actors with
That was the best one. With
Alexander Skarsgård, and it was so funny. But he said that they wanted to do a whole film where all the Skarsgårds are on it. So there's only one that's not in movies or whatever, I think. So there's only one Skarsgård son that's not in it. But anyways, so that's how I know him, is from Mamma Mia, which was such a random movie, and I feel like he's a very popular actor. But that's how I know him from.
Ooh,
that's how I know him from. And then obviously he was in the second one, which is excellent.
I'm so excited. For those of you that are not on that are watching this show, I just watched Mamma Mia for the first time last night, and I'm going to watch the one where they go again later this evening. Very excited. To quote Borat, very excited. But anyways, so that's kind of a wrap on art films. I guess you could throw Train Dreams in there as an art film. Ryan, would you say that's an art film?
I mean, definitely indie. I don't know if I'd say art, but for sure indie.
And I know you and I are the only ones that have seen it. I enjoyed it quite a bit, specifically like William H. Macy popping up and the cinematography. And I mean, it was beautiful.
It was a very well done movie.
I like cinematography.
But I think it was the right idea to put it on Netflix. So
for sure. All right, Achille, it's been a bit. We're going to let you pick one that you've seen.
Let's see. I will. I'll save my superhero movies for later. There weren't a lot of horror movies. The horror disappointed me a lot this year. I did like Final Destination, Bloodlines.
Okay.
I thought it was and The Conjuring. I like The Conjuring too, as well.
I haven't seen it yet because it's 2.5 hours long.
They
I
both
love long
are.
movies.
They're both, legacy movies. Final Destination. The premise was so and I know the whole idea of the movies, it was just so ridiculous, but it was actually a pretty good story that looked cool, and there were kills that weren't what you thought they were going to be, and I thought that was good. There was a lot of misdirection with the kills, so I liked Final Destination, Bloodlines, and I haven't seen a Final Destination movie in forever.
Well, they hadn't made one since 2011.
I don't think I don't know if I even saw the last one they made, because I know they made, what was that, 6, 7, 5, 13?
They made 5. This is the 6th one that came out this past
I don't know that I saw 5. I know I've seen all of the previous ones.
4 is the worst one by far. I think everyone agrees with that.
And The Conjuring, was it Owen Wilson? Is that his name? Owen Pratt? Oscar Pratt? What's the man's name? That's in
Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga.
Yes, those two. They were good.
Oh, wow.
I love Patrick Wilson.
Oh, wow, a ghost.
It's a ghost. Oh, wow.
I think it's possessed.
Um,
And then Vince Vaughn shows up as the ghost.
so
Will
they
Ferrell
were good.
reprises Frank the Tank from Old School.
They were good in the movie, Robert. I need you to land your ADHD plane. They were good in the movie.
I love Patrick Wilson.
The story it was fine. It wasn't great. It had some of the Conjuring elements that I think made it scary, but then some of it was just okay, this is stupid. It was just there were too many jump scares. I think there was one time when I actually got scared, but a lot of it was just okay, you know what's gonna happen. They ruined a lot of it with trailers. But those two for me are kind of same-ish kind of movies, because there really weren't a lot of good horror movies off the top of the head that I can think of that I actually saw. But your guys' thoughts?
So I did not see either of those. However, I will say some things here. Joker, earlier you asked me what are my criteria for not seeing something.
Yes.
So the first 2 Conjuring movies were done by James Wan.
Yeah.
And I thought they were excellent. I really enjoyed them. The third one went straight to Max. The Devil Made Me Do It.
Yeah.
It was fine. And because that one was fine, I had no interest in seeing this new one. So part of my criteria for that. When it comes to Final Destination Bloodlines, like I said, didn't see that either. However, it did very well financially. So I'm always glad when a horror movie does well financially. And unfortunately, it was Tony Todd's last role as well. So
and he was great in his scene.
Yeah, he was good. He was good in the movie. He played a good role. They tied a lot of it together. He was cool. It was a good Final Destination movie. The storyline was okay. I just think some of it, it was an okay story. A lot of it was, some of it was just not realistic. I know. But then there's not realistic, and then there's Fast and Furious, not realistic. And then went into sort of the Fast and Furious.
Those were documentaries.
Those are. That's actually Robin and Margaret's life.
What's that? No, I missed it. What's that? What's our life?
Fast and the Furious movie. It's what you guys do.
I've only seen the first 2. So.
Oh, okay.
We've been.
You missed the best ones. 5 and 6 are probably the best 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch the Twilight movies. I've seen the first Twilight.
No.
I've not seen any Hunger Games.
No.
I've only seen the first Harry Potter. I've only seen the first 2 Fast and the Furious. I'm trying to wrap up some franchises I haven't seen just to check them up and fill out my Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Pattinson, Kristen Stewart filmography. So
Kristen Stewart has a filmography?
Really quick.
Oh, yeah.
Will say.
Love Lies Bleeding 2024. That movie's fucking awesome. I've not seen the chronology of Water yet, mostly because it didn't play by me and I got tired of driving an hour away to go see it. I'll watch it on streaming. So
So Kristen Stewart said she would be open to remaking the Twilight series.
Of course she would, because they make a shit ton of money.
She doesn't want to be in it.
Well, of course
she wants to maybe direct it because she directed the movie that just
Shoot
came
the
out.
chronology of water.
So she was talking about she would be open to that, which she's been super anti talking about Twilight for a very long time. But I feel like she's in a good place where she's like, actually, I will
because it's been 20 years.
And same with Robert Pattinson. He was extremely against it for so long. Like, he would cringe at someone. Same thing with like Zac Efron talking about High School Musical, where you're just like, don't even bring it up. But now it's like to the point where they've established themselves as actors and in a different way where they're like, okay, I can go back to these movies that made me super popular. But the Twilight series, I mean, as movies are horrible. But as movies that just
horrible, super strong take. Okay.
That make movies that just they make you feel something, they are excellent. I can quote the entire first movie, and I have many times. The second one I can quote most of, but they're great. The Harry Potter movies, that is like it's like the equivalent of like you have a 12-foot long sandwich, you have to take one small bite at a time. Like you cannot just sit and watch and binge the whole Harry Potter series. You have to absorb small parts of it at a time for you to fully understand it. And I feel like that truly is the next, like, to me, when I think of franchises, I think like Star Wars started something. Maybe I guess people would argue like James Bond really is the
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Franchise.
Yes. Thank you.
But like James Bond.
Somebody paid attention in our home.
Star Wars. And then I would say like Lord of the Rings. Was...
Oh, whoa. You missed Dr. Jones.
Oh, yeah. Indiana Jones. Okay, whatever.
2025.
Like Lord of the Rings. And then I would say Harry Potter, even though Lord of the Rings technically kind of came out around the same time as Harry Potter. But I just feel like those are such huge franchises. What is wrong?
We're breaking
that. I feel like Harry Potter is like one of those movies where it's like they're gonna be on forever. They have a whole theme park at Disney World. They have everything you can ever imagine. They're already restarting the show into a series.
We know.
Like I just feel like that is something that you absolutely Hunger Games, take it or leave it.
I'm gonna watch them all. So when I came we were coming home from a family
gathering
reunion. Yeah. And I was going through my letterbox and I'm like, I need to watch these franchises. I didn't see them when they came out just because I wasn't interested in them. I started with the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy.
Oh my God.
They're so bad, but they're so good. They're so crappy.
Well,
they're not good. They're just
hold on. Like 5 minutes ago in your rant, you said something and I was like, perfect time to insert a 50 Shades of Grey joke. But then I lost it. I lost the joke.
That's how I feel when you talk and you just keep derailing. And I try to jump in and then I just give up.
Anyways, yeah, maybe I should have read the books. I don't know. Maybe I would have gotten more out of the movie had I read the 50 Shades books, but
no,
I'm good.
That is exclusively made for women. And did you guys know, this is my favorite fun fact to give, 50 Shades is actually based on a fan fiction of the Twilight series.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys know that?
Mm-hmm.
And have you heard of the lore of how 9/11 actually created 50 Shades of Grey?
No,
but if you can tell that story in less than a minute, I'll hear it.
Okay, so 9/11 happened, right? Then the My Chemical Romance, the band, created a whole bunch of music based on 9/11. Actually, they created their band because of 9/11.
Welcome to the Black Parade.
And so then Stephenie Meyer, who wrote the Twilight series, was really inspired by My Chemical Romance. She wrote the Twilight series based on My Chemical Romance. Then 50 Shades of Grey was a fan fiction for Edward Cullen, and it was
like hot and horny BDSM.
Yes, and
like people want to fuck him in chains
for Edward Cullen, and then it was created, and then she obviously changed her name, and then it became a whole book that people were obsessed with, and then it became a series, then it became a movie series. So that is the pipeline from 9/11 to 50 Shades of Grey in under a minute.
All right, back to 2025 movies.
When I was a young boy, my father took me to the city
to see a marching band.
Yes.
Here's what I'll say. Often when I'm at the Goodwill outlet sifting through bins getting movies for $1, I see random Twilight movies, and I probably could own the whole collection at this point. I'm just gonna. Oh well, then I'll just borrow them from you. That's even better. But let's get back to 2025 movies. Ryan White, we were talking about horror, not horror. Anyways, I'm hoping you're going to talk about some of your favorite horror movies from this year, because I know there's 2 in my top 10. So go ahead.
Let me quickly go through some, and then you can speak on the ones that you wish. So that way I can maybe get through this giant list that I have.
Let's do it. R-dubs. Let's do it.
Go.
The first one is a movie, Presence, by Steven Spielberg. It was really good. It was a ghost story movie. So not necessarily horror, but ghost story movie. But you were watching the family from the perspective of the ghost. And you were trying to figure out certain things and stuff like that. I thought it was pretty cool. I liked it. A more well-known movie called Companion, where, I mean, if you don't know, I won't say it, but these couples go to this nice house on a retreat and something happens and blah, blah, blah. But
Rob mapped out kind of his whole life after watching that movie. I was like, that's what I want, and I want it now.
Well, yeah.
Well, they don't have the skin right yet. So
okay. So my description does not do it justice, but that's because I'm trying not to give certain things away. But if you like the movie Heretic from last year, it has the same star, Sophie Thatcher, who is the star of this movie, Companion. I really enjoyed it. It also has Jack Quaid, who is from The Boys and a couple other things.
He's from Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid.
Sure. No, you're right. I was just trying to think of what.
He's one of my favorite Nepo children.
Yeah, I was trying to think of what large IP people would know him from. But I thought Companion was really good. Kind of a horror movie. This movie called Freaky Tales. Pedro Pascal is in it. It's kind of an anthology movie, a little bit, even though things do tie together.
He had 4 movies in 2025.
I think so.
Materialist, Eddington, Fantastic Four.
It's kind of hard to describe this one because, like I said, it's like 4 different stories, but they tie together. It should still be on HBO Max, or just watch the trailer. Again, it's called Freaky Tales. I thought it was unique, cool. Everybody in it did a good job, and I just like things that are different sometimes. What is the next horror? Okay, we were talking. This isn't really horror, but I'm gonna
horror thriller.
Classify it. Or sorry, better yet, let me do this one instead. The first 28 Years Later came out last year. Really enjoyed it. I personally really like the ending. I know some people weren't really keen on where it left off or how it left off. I totally get it, but I thought it was a really well done movie, and I know we'll eventually talk about it, but the one that just came out this year, 28 Years Later, The Bone Tipple, I think I liked even more.
Oh,
so
for sure. That's my favorite one out of all of them.
I think this series is going really well so far.
Shout out to Nia DaCosta, who is an awesome filmmaker. Also made
trying to see another horror movie on here.
I have a question real quick. The first film you mentioned where it's you're watching from the ghost perspective, did you say Steven Spielberg worked on
Steven
that?
Soderbergh.
Steven Soderbergh. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Soderbergh.
Sorry, I might have misspoke.
No, it's all good.
If it was Steven Spielberg, I feel like we would have heard about
Dude,
it.
Steven Soderbergh still's making like 2 movies a year, and I just haven't seen all of them.
Yeah, they vary in quality. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But last year he made 2 good ones, is what I will say.
Black Dog.
And then horror movie. So I don't know if you want to classify this as a horror movie. There were definitely creepy aspects to it. It was the movie Him with Marlon Wayans.
That's the football one, right?
Yes, it was about a up and coming who was going to be the next great quarterback, football player, blah blah blah. A lot of people did not like this movie. I completely understand why. The movie itself was fine. I was very happy to see Marlon Wayans in another dramatic performance, because the last time I saw him in a dramatic role was Requiem for a Dream, and he was awesome. So I thought he was really good as this character. Technically, he's not the main character in this movie, but he is without a doubt the second character in this movie. So I enjoyed that aspect of the movie. Him, again, not a horror movie, but horrible things do happen. The Long Walk with Philip Seymour Hoffman's kid. Help me, Rob. Sorry.
I just saw Licorice Pizza for the first time.
I know.
I can't.
Cooper Hoffman.
Him and Gandolfini's kid.
I know.
They're the second coming, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't Thanos in that too?
Brolin?
No. But somebody is in it, but I don't want to give away who that somebody is because I did not realize it was this person until much later on. But honestly, the standout for this movie, again, I'm talking about The Long Walk, based off the Stephen King novel, is it's either David Johnson or David Johnson. I don't know how to say it exactly, but he also played the android from Alien Romulus last year. He did a really good job in this movie, The Long Walk, as well. So I would say check that out for the performance. I'm just looking through my list for other.
I'll save the big 2 Oscar-nominated horror.
I am.
Okay.
I am. So, I mean, we are in the YouTube space, and so a lot of you might know who Chris Stuckman is. He did a GoFundMe, I think is the right one. A Kickstarter, right? Yes, yeah. Kickstarter.
Shout out to Chris Stuckman. Hell yeah, dude.
I personally did contribute a little bit too. So I was very excited for his movie that finally came out last year. Complete honesty, I thought the movie was good. I did not love it, but I thought it was good and slightly above average. But I will absolutely be looking forward to whatever his next film is. And then I think, okay. So I actually just last week watched something that came out last year. So in 2023, there was this movie called Influencer. It was on Shudder. And then last year, the sequel came out called Influencers. And I really enjoyed both of them. They're, I wouldn't say slasher movies because you know who the person is from the very beginning who's doing the slashing. But they're kind of along that lines, but I thought that they were pretty cool. It's about this girl who basically tricks influencers into being her friend and then will kill them, take over their profile, and get their money that they've been making from sponsors and things like that. That's the first one. The second one's a little different, but still has some of those aspects in it. But that is something else that I actually enjoyed. Again, those are going to be on Shudder, to my knowledge. There's a couple other ones worth mentioning, but like Rob said, we're going to hold off because we're.
Well, we can talk about them now. I just wanted to make sure we saved them for the end of the horror conversation.
Oh, okay. Well, then the last two.
Oh, I didn't know we were going by genre. I'm sorry.
Well, not necessarily,
I'm just trying to get through all mine, and that way we're not spending a long time on everything. The last two I will mention, and we can talk about both, is Frankenstein. I was lucky enough to see it in the theater. I have heard that they will be bringing it back to theaters in the next month or so because of the Oscar nomination. So if you get a chance, please do see it in the theater because I do think it is very theater worthy for the visuals and everything like that. And then Weapons, which also got a bunch of nominations and did really well financially. Those were kind of the two big, aside from Sinners, obviously, the two big horror related movies of the year. So
I'll quickly say this. 2025 definitely had some big cards in the horror genre, those three being the three big cards, and the fact that they all translated into Academy Award nominated films, like above the line categories, is even cooler. But I agree with you guys. It was kind of a mediocre year for horror in general. Here's what I'll say quickly. Shout out to Guillermo del Toro. You're a cool dude, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I drove a half an hour to go see Frankenstein in the theater just to support him because I just think he's awesome.
Beautiful looking film.
And it was so cool to see on a giant fucking screen. And I mean, I think Elordi's awesome. Obviously, I finally watched Euphoria last year. Just saw Wuthering Heights on Friday. But wow, really cool. And he did a great job with it. And then Zach Krieger's Weapons. I was there fucking opening weekend for Barbarian and had my mind blown. Was like, this is awesome. And I thought Weapons was awesome too. So shout out. And Amy Madigan, Best Supporting Actress.
Yes.
Like, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, kids. The millennials are finally at the age where we're starting to dominate the Oscar voting categories. And it's like, thank God. Thank God.
Did I miss any horror movies that you guys saw or wanted to talk about?
I'm not a horror person.
Whoa!
I don't really like anything that's super scary.
You saw Frankenstein, though, did you not?
Yeah, and I hated it. I could not sit through it. I did sit through it. I thought it was extremely boring. I'm so tired of that story. I just feel like it's been done so many times.
That's how I feel about
And
Dracula.
you just cannot go through it anymore. Like there's no new things that you can do with it. And I feel like he did that because he didn't like my Frankenstein.
Oh, I see.
My Frankenstein.
It wasn't a technical
No, I
issue.
think he didn't like that I said that about Frankenstein. But I just did feel like the movie, I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, it was beautiful, great, whatever. But I feel like there wasn't anything new. I think Mia Goth was really great in it. But I feel like
She's great in everything.
I don't know. It just didn't have anything of substance that I was like, this is new. This is exciting. I really don't really love Jacob Elordi. But I don't know. I just didn't care for it. I didn't think it was that interesting. I didn't see the other one. What was the other one? Weapons. I've heard it was amazing. I've heard people talking about it a lot, but
they both left something's up. We're good. I believe everybody can still hear us and they can hear us. They're going to try to come back. I don't know what's going on. Here's what I'll say quickly. So like there's the new Luc Besson Dracula out. And this past year, I kind of, I have no idea what's going on. Can you,
that's okay.
come
But
back.
I will say that I understand why, because this is the longest, oldest story ever told or whatever. But
Sure.
I feel like I also respect it. I do respect it, but I feel like the storyline, I'm tired of the same story. I want something new. That's why I liked Sinner so much, because it was a new story. It felt original and it got me invested in it. I knew what was going to happen in Frankenstein.
Because they remake it every 10 years.
I know what's going to be there. I know what's going to happen. So I don't really care enough to be like, let me sit and wait and spend my time watching a movie that I already know what's going to happen. So that's why I didn't really care too much about that. Dracula, I did not see the new Dracula, but I would say the same thing. Like, I feel like we all know what that storyline is going to kind of be about. They've done it in a million different ways, and they just did Nosferatu. So why make another Dracula movie?
So here's the deal. I used to get in trouble on this channel all the time, and people would go, "Rob, by the way, can everybody hear us?"
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Achille wants to be moved back to the bottom. Sorry, technical issues. All right.
Wait, who said that? Oh,
Ryan texted. Ryan wanted to go back on top. Okay. Where were we? So, all right, real quick, just to get it off my mind. This past year, I watched Herzog's Nosferatu. I watched the quasi sequel Nosferatu in Venice with Klinsky and Christopher Plummer and Donald Pleasance. I watched a couple Hammer Draculas that I hadn't seen. I've had enough of the real estate agent goes to the castle, entranced woman, haunted ship where people get murdered. I've seen it. I've seen that way more times than I've seen the Frankenstein story, even though I'm like, at the end of the day, any of them, I'm Dracula all day, Team Dracula. I like Guillermo's version. It was cool. Hopefully we don't get another version for another 10 years. We do have Maggie Gyllenhaal's The Bride that's coming out, not related to Guillermo's. That's why I haven't seen Luc Besson's film yet. I'll hold off. 6 months from now, we'll go back to that real estate agent going to the haunted castle. But anyways, gentlemen, you were here, then you left, then you came back.
Completely my fault. I meant to jokingly turn my camera off for a couple seconds, and I accidentally hit leave studio.
He left because he was mad.
He was
Sorry.
doing a bit, and then the bit backfired.
Yes.
Wolfman. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh yeah, that was 2025.
I did. I was expecting a lot more, but
it was
well.
good to a point.
The Mummy's
Yeah.
coming out this year.
What, Robert?
The Mummy. They remade the Mummy again.
Yeah, I am not excited by that first trailer. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't see the trailer. Wolfman could have been good. I think it was another one of the. Me and Rob have talked about this, and probably Ryan too, ad nauseum. I just think that the writing's not as good recently.
Depends what you're watching, but yeah. All right.
Okay.
Oh god.
I know there's a few movies that have been really good. I don't see them all. Like what's the movie with Leo? The one in.
I'm so glad you said that.
Should we talk about
No,
that now?
hold on, Robert. Just answer the question before you go
One
off on
battle.
One battle after another.
Yes. That was probably well written. Right? I don't think that a lot of the movies have been well written. Now, can you overcome bad writing with good acting?
Yes.
I think
Only
to a
if you're Meryl
degree. What, Rob? I can't hear you.
I said only if you're Meryl Streep.
Yes. I want to see The Rip because that looks really good. That's a side note.
The what?
The Rip
Oh, okay.
with
Damon
Affleck
and
and
Affleck.
Damon. That
Right,
looks really
yes,
good.
okay.
But I'm like I said, I only really see like horror in the movie theaters or like big movies or apparently kids movies. Because when I look at my things, it's either like Avatar, SpongeBob, or Heart Eyes or something, or like The Conjuring. Yes, I saw Heart Eyes.
I mean, I did too, but
It was terrible. It was
wasn't
abysmal.
worth mentioning.
No. But
I do have to leave soon. So I
leave.
have no other movies left to talk about anyways. And I'm sure you guys have a gazillion to talk about because I haven't seen any of the other ones.
Well, yeah, let's
and I know
let Achille finish talking about the horror stuff, and then we can move on to OBAA.
yeah, and that was the only one I had left.
What is it?
OBAA, One Battle After Another.
Just go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
Good.
No. Go ahead.
But so Achille, to your point, you're talking about like the writing in horror films, and like you see a lot of horror stuff in the theater and family movies in the theater and stuff. And it's like that's the thing with horror movies is like sometimes they're just not written well because they're made for the cheap. But I think IP like The Wolfman, the fact that didn't quite work is really unfortunate because that could have been a big thing with sequels and all that stuff.
It had potential to be okay, but
Mhm.
it didn't. Like I think a lot of these movies are just stumbling in the third act. But Captain America could have been better. I'm trying to think of the other movies I saw. The Ballerina's on my list. I liked The Ballerina. I thought it was fine. I thought, again, it was mostly good. Knives Out, I just watched the other day. I think that was 2025.
Yes.
Was it
Oh,
was it bad? No. First of all, it was too long. I felt like it was too long.
I like long movies.
Rob, some of us have lives where we can't sit in the movie theater and be Siskel and Ebert.
Let's do a
debating
double
ourselves.
feature of Killers of the Flower Moon and The Brutalist back to back.
But yeah, I think some of them are just falling into the same, like they're good mostly, and then it's just like, all right, let's bring it home. And it's like, all right, we got the pizza right, we got the dough right, we got the cheese right, but then the sauce tastes like poo.
How did you like Josh O'Connor in Wake Up Dead Man? Yes, you said you
Which
just
one
saw it?
was he?
He was the priest.
That
wasn't Brolin.
I thought he was. Brolin was good. I thought he was okay. He was a little too. I think too reactionary to be a priest, to be getting his own, like, I feel like if he was at the level that they were putting him at to potentially get his own congregation, he wouldn't be so jumpy and so like snappy and reactionary. I felt like he would have been more settled into him and in his rehab and all that stuff, or whatever it was going to be. And I know a lot of priests have sketchy past or squirrely past, as my friend
You should
used to
see
say.
First Reformed.
I should see who?
A movie from 2017 called First Reformed by Paul Schrader. You want to talk about? Yeah. Anyways, it was just a joke.
No. It makes sense though, because it is a lot. It's a very safe field to go. It's just like a lot of like substance abuse counselors will all probably use. Like a lot of that stuff is related.
Sure.
You know, Margaret can tell you. I wouldn't want to be a KSAC. A lot of KSACs have a lot of struggles with alcohol and stuff that they've been through. So some people get into the field because they've been there. I don't think that he would have been that close. It was still felt really fresh for him. He was good. I think Josh Brolin was. He was too. And I know that's how he was playing a role extra, but I felt he was just a little bit too much to be believable.
Too showy of a performance?
Yeah.
Okay. I love the whole Knives Out series. I hope they keep making them. And Kenneth Branagh, if you're listening, you guys were going toe-to-toe with movies coming out at the same time with your Perot flicks. We need to get another Perot flick out, Kenneth Branagh.
Oh.
So, because Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile, Haunting in Venice. I liked all of them enough. You know, let's get a fourth one. Let's get a fourth Knives Out. I like these murder mystery movies. Like, it's a good deal. So, all right. Let's since Margaret apparently has to leave shortly
because she hates us.
She doesn't want to hear about all the rom-coms I liked this year.
Well, I'm out of movies. Once we talk about this one, I haven't seen any other ones, and I know there's some really big ones that you guys are going to want to talk about, and I'm just going to be zonked out of it.
You got to see that, first of all, the fact that you guys haven't bootlegged Dan Lee yet, because you guys are bootleggers.
No desire. I call it the LimeWire for movies.
What time is it? What time is it, Ryan?
Time is a construct and doesn't exist.
Well, Mexican hairless, of course.
Well, let's not go there, but okay.
Oh.
So One Battle After Another, I've already seen it 4 times.
Oh boy.
And it's already become one of my favorite movies, like, of all fucking time. I have a lot of the dialogue memorized at this point. Some of those quotes are not appropriate for the internet. I loved everything, every single thing about this movie. Like, no bullshit. The first time I saw it in the theater, when they needle dropped American Girl at the end, I was a fucking wreck. Like, yes, Willa Ferguson, you go out there and fucking keep fighting the deep state and fighting the man. I love it. Anyways, Margaret, One Battle After Another. Let's hear your thoughts.
I knew nothing about it. I feel like I didn't see really any promotion for it. Like they weren't like, there weren't ads, at least
really
for me. I feel like this isn't a movie that like I would typically be like, this is on my whatever, you know, the advertising loop, but it went really popularly, obviously, around, and so I felt like I wanted to watch it, and I also wanted to be in the loop for all the award seasons that have been already gone and are coming up. The award season that we're in, and so I wanted to
we're in the thick of it.
I wanted to see more movies that were up for them, so that I could actually be like, yes, I think this person deserves this order. Yes, this movie was actually really good, because I had already seen some, and so I wanted to see some more. So then I was like, all right, sure, we'll try it. I'm not gonna lie, by the like movie poster where it's mostly a space, I was getting what was the movie that Killers of the Flower Moon? That's the vibe I was getting based on the movie poster that I saw. Okay, and what did you have it up there?
That's the alternate Killers of the
but
Flower Moon.
That's
Dune
the
2.
vibe that it was just his face, and it looked like someone running, and so that's the vibes I was getting, where I was like, oh god, I'm not gonna like this movie. This is gonna be super weird. And then I again knew nothing about the movie, and I started it, and I was like, this is actually really good. And then I felt like it was like, I'm not Leonardo DiCaprio hater, but I mean I'm a fan of his, but I'm not like a Leo's the greatest person on earth kind of thing. And so like, if he comes out with a movie, great, awesome. But I'm not like I need to see it this moment. But then I was like, he was genuinely so good in it because he was serious, then he was funny, then he was like an awful person, and then he was so good. Like, I don't know, I just felt like it was really great.
He filled in the whole spectrum.
I feel like everyone in the movie was good and funny. I will say Sean Penn, right? That's Sean. I always get him,
Colonel Lockjaw.
I get him confused with I don't know. His name gets
who do you get Sean Penn confused with?
Denzel.
I don't remember who I get Sean Penn. I don't know. We'll come back to it, but
circle back.
Anyways, I felt like his character was so weird, and it just made me like uncomfortable. But then they always like say like when you hate a character so much, it's because the actor did such an incredible job. Not to make Harry Potter reference, but Helena Bonham
Dolores
Carter,
Umbridge.
Harry Potter.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Dolores Umbridge.
Oh, her too. Hate her. But Helena Bonham Carter, I hate her so much. But I was like, I hate her. But then I was like, but she does such an amazing job, and that's why I hated her. And I feel like that really like sat with me when I first saw a movie where I was like, I hate that character. It's ruining the movie for me. So I felt that way a little bit with Sean Penn's character. But then I kind of was like a little bit better about it. Another thing that actually got me to watch this movie was the Actors on Actors that Sean Penn did with Julia Roberts, and they showed some clips of it, and I was like, okay, I guess I could see it. And I thought it was one of those movies that I feel like it was good, and it deserves awards, and it gets awards. I feel like there's like movies that I see that I'm like, that wasn't good, but I understand why it got an award, but it wasn't whatever. So that's my opinion.
What were your thoughts on Jungle Pussy and her definition of what Black Power looks like when they rob the bank? No, I'm kidding. That was a joke. Jungle Pussy is an amazing character. Perfidia Beverly Hills is even a better character. And thank you, Sensei. Thank you. I say that all the time, often now.
What's his name?
Benicio del Toro.
Benicio del Toro. I don't really know him very well. And then
have you seen Traffic?
I said Benicio del Toro. Isn't that Guillermo del Toro? Are they brothers?
Wow. Wow. It's so nice when Margaret accidentally says something racist for once. Me.
Their names are so similar, and I don't know who these people are. And so I was like, is that? And I was like, they don't look alike, though.
So 2 recommendations. Have you seen Traffic by Steven Soderbergh? I own that on DVD. Have you seen Denis Villeneuve's Sicario?
No.
I highly recommend both of those films if you want to get into Benicio.
But he was awesome. He was hilarious in it too. I don't know. I thought it was really good.
Ryan, thoughts on One Battle After Another?
When I first saw the trailer in early 2025, I wasn't that impressed. I was like, well, it's a Paul Thomas Anderson film, so I'm going to see it, but I don't know if I'm going to like this one. And then saw it in September when it came out. Really liked it. I watched it again recently in pieces and liked it even more. So I think it is one that is continuing to grow on me as well. The last thing I will say is I am fairly confident it will win Best Picture.
Same. The Johnny Greenwood score as well. Like that opening first 5 minutes where they're like doing all the setup shots and then they're like going to go into the detention facility and break everybody out. Man, I find myself listening to that a lot at the gym. And it's a wild score to listen to, but it's incredible. I obviously think Ludwig Göransson's going to win his 3rd Academy Award. Black Panther, Oppenheimer, and then for Sinners. Wow. But yeah, just all around. And I think this is a movie that, like, I was hoping this was going to happen with Killers of the Flower Moon, where like it gets put on Netflix for 6 months and like regular people watch it. They haven't done that because fucking Apple. But I think this movie, like Warner Brothers is smart. This is going to get put on Netflix probably like March 1st or something. And way more regular people are going to watch this movie. And I think it's going to become like really a part of the zeitgeist. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyways.
I did not see the movie.
What's that?
I didn't see it. I support you guys.
I will say again, it's good. Like for I consider myself a lay person. when it comes to movies, and I feel like it was a really good movie.
You don't consider yourself a cinephile, even though you have a Letterboxd account?
Compared to like you guys, no.
You guys who? I'm nerd adjacent, FYI.
That's how I feel. Like I feel more like in the like, oh, okay, like I still haven't seen
Citizen Kane.
Sure.
Well, if we go by the amount of movies Rob and Mr. White see in a month or in a year compared to me, I just talk about the movies that I've seen. I'm very much, my scope is a little bit more narrow.
I'll be hitting my 3,000th watch in about a week. I'm at 2,988
this week,
88 or 89 now.
Rookie numbers.
I know. You're probably at four.
Oh, I don't know. I'm probably around the same as you because
I'm
you.
1,084, but you are 9 years older than me, so.
Right,
wait,
but I also lost the 2010s to television, to streaming shows.
Oh yeah, I watch a lot of TV.
10 years.
I watch more TV. No, that's not true. I watch a lot of YouTube where you guys might not watch a lot. I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube shows.
I do love YouTube too.
But I will be celebrating with a film I've never seen, and I've literally been putting this movie off for a long time. Not because I don't think I'll like it, but because I want it to be a special occasion, and I'll finally be watching David Lean's Lawrence of Arabia for my 3,000th watch.
Oh, another mediocre horror movie, Predator: Borderlands.
Badlands,
that too.
Badlands.
It was too long, and it wasn't. It had, but I think half of it was good.
I think
Did you see it,
movies that are 95 minutes are like you're perfect.
No, I don't.
Sorry,
I just don't think it was. I don't think the whole movie was good.
I still haven't seen it. I was watching. It was so long story. It was between that and Eternity that day, and of course I went and saw Eternity, which I loved. So,
all right. Well, I have to skid out.
No, you have another movie we have to talk about. I can't believe you forgot. You even gave it double snaps when I asked.
Just
Wicked.
But before we talk about that, just for reference, I went over my list here. Even though there are a lot on here that I watched at home, I just counted the ones that I saw in theater, and it was 65. So,
shit.
But no,
I think I saw like 35 to 40 in the theater.
But no, Joker, I really liked this Predator movie. And I would also recommend. It's on Hulu. It's called Predator: Killer of Killer. It is.
I didn't get to watch it yet. It looks good. It's animated, right?
But it's definitely an adult animated film.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that too. So I forget Trachtenberg. I forget his first name, but last name Dan Trachtenberg. I'm looking forward to the next Predator movie that he makes. So
this will be his third, right? He made Prey too, right? Did he make Prey?
Yes, correct. Yes.
Prey was good.
Yes.
I don't think. If they're gonna do, because I know at the end, spoilers, at the end, Mom came when he took out Dad. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I think
another.
Let me say this instead, Joker. If you watch Predator: Killer of Killers, I think you'll have a better idea of where the story's going.
That's the other reason I haven't seen Badlands yet. It partially was like I was watching. I also saw Rental Family instead of Predator.
Oh, that looks funny
with Brendan Fraser. I know. But Ryan, you made a good point. I want to watch the animated show first.
Movie.
Yes.
Okay, so not to deter this conversation,
Wicked for good.
Because yes. I will say this. I know people really liked the first movie a lot more than the second one, but here's the thing is that people also that are not musical theater fans went into this movie as a movie kind of thing, and you have to go in it as like a musical theater lens. So this is the second half of a show where people are tired, where it's not as great. But I will say, I think the first one was a lot more fun and exciting, and the second one was kind of just like the leftovers, and everyone was kind of saying, well, they should have just made one movie. But I feel like that could have happened, but it's also then too long, and I get why they made it into two. I will say that I know someone had mentioned that they felt like there was too much music in it, and I agree because they wrote 2 new songs, and so there were two original songs in this movie that is not in the original show.
Mhm.
They wanted those Oscar noms.
Exactly.
And they didn't get them.
And The Girl in the Bubble did come for one of the awards. But and they weren't that great. That one was better than there was another one called No Place Like Home that Cynthia Erivo did. I didn't like that song.
You didn't like a Cynthia Erivo song, really?
The original new one that she did.
No, I know what you're talking about. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I didn't love it. Again, I didn't like that they strayed away from the original set, but I feel like No Good Deed, excellent. That whole montage was amazing. And For Good, like I know that was the title of the movie, but that song is so sentimental to musical theater fans, and they did it perfectly. I was sobbing in the theater. I saw it with one of my best friends. We're all sobbing, and it was so good. I feel like that was so powerful, that scene, and I am so mad that Ariana Grande like didn't win anything for it because I thought she was amazing in it.
Have you seen the Cutthroat Talent this year?
But I know.
You could have had 10 Best Actress nominations.
But I will say, I think these are all for the first one because the way it came out in November, a lot of them are because like she just won a Grammy for the first Wicked, for Defying Gravity duet, like the best pop duet performance. They just won a Grammy for that. But that movie.
Oh, you mean Cynthia won?
Yeah. So Cynthia and Ariana won the duet pop. So they both have a Grammy now.
One step closer to EGOT.
Listen,
but
I want to say this about the singing. They hurt Ariana because in the second one, it was a lot more Ariana singing, Cynthia singing, Ariana singing, Cynthia singing.
Together.
Cynthia has phenomenal voice. She can sing anything. She can sing the ingredients in cereal, and people be like, "Oh my God, this is great." That's not going. I'm not saying that Ariana doesn't have a great voice, but Cynthia, first of all, has a Broadway musical voice that's stronger.
Yeah.
Ariana is coming into a new genre, learning how to sing Broadway, and you're putting them. Let's go mano a mano. I know they didn't do it on purpose.
Relearning to sing Broadway. So she started on Broadway, actually.
Who?
Ariana Grande.
Before Victorious?
Mm-hmm. So
before Sam and Cat?
Victorious was out before Sam and Cat.
I know that.
My last thing. I'm a huge Ariana Grande fan. So she actually started on Broadway. She was in a show called 13. And she actually went to high school, like one of those high schools where you're basically like doing
like in Victorious.
Basically, yeah. So that's what she was doing actually in high school. Was training her voice and everything like that. And so she was already on Broadway, like in a pretty predominant show. Kristen Chenoweth actually went to the show and saw her there. And like a couple other really famous people saw her on Broadway before she became super popular. And then she obviously was in Victorious and then Sam and Cat. And then she became her huge pop career that she had. But this was actually her coming back to Broadway because this is what she was brought up on as a kid. She was vocally trained.
But as a what? As a what?
As a kid.
And
your voice
different voice.
Absolutely.
Right.
So not only is she retraining, her voice is also maturing.
Yeah.
Because she was doing a lot of like breathy, like high. Yeah. Doing a lot of high in her poppy stuff. Now you wanted to come back. Like I said, I don't think it put in the best light for her to be singing against Cynthia. It wasn't supposed to be that. It just didn't put.
But For Good was their duet, and that was like one of the last songs of the show, and I thought that was really good. But I feel like the second half kind of lost it a little bit there. But I don't know. That's
the second half was very bipolar.
Here's what I'll quickly say. So Hannah really wanted to see this opening day, and I was like, all right, let's go. So we saw it, and you got my poster, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They gave us posters. I don't have it hanging up. I do have Killers of the Flower Moon and Dune Part 2. Me and Achille, after I got out of a showing for Jay Kelly, like 2 days later, me and Achille talked on the phone for an entire hour when I was driving home from an hour away where I saw the Netflix screening for Jay Kelly. I feel like I've given all my thoughts on this movie. And I know me and Ryan talk on the phone all the time. So again, I feel I've given all my thoughts on this movie. It wasn't as good as the first one. That sucks. That stinks. That's okay. I think as time moves on, though, people are just going to watch these back to back And I think if you watch it, this is different than like Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. But if you watch this back to back, I think it's maybe a little more fulfilling because you just saw Popular and you just saw the other stuff. So I think that'll change it over time. Ryan, thoughts on?
I'll be quick because I know Margaret has to go, but I don't know if she would have watched our last year's show. So last year, saw the trailer for Wicked. I was like, oh, that could be cool. Never saw the musical. I knew very little about
Me
it.
either. Mm-hmm.
It came out on my birthday, so I went to go see it. I absolutely loved it. I proceeded to see it 5 times total in theater, which is the most I have ever seen any movie in theater.
I couldn't believe it when you told me, you're like, oh, I'm going again. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. 4 regular showings and then the sing-along one. So
how was the sing-along for you?
It was fine. There was only like 5 people in my show.
Are you more of a tenor or a soprano when you sing along?
Or a falsetto?
Whatever like terrible is, that's the range that I'm in.
Also, Joker, you said that you didn't know anything about Wicked before, but you said you've seen Glee. Didn't you say you've seen Glee?
I've seen Glee. Yeah. I know who Idina Menzel was. I don't. So
yeah, that was.
But they sang every Wicked song in that whole show.
I didn't know that.
You know the plot of the movie.
I didn't know. I didn't see Wicked until I saw the first one. I never saw the musical. When I go back and watch clips, I hear them singing it now, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And I think that what they tried to do is they tried to recreate Gravity with For Good. Where I've had some of my friends say they like For Good better than Gravity. I personally don't. But if you had one movie where you kind of have like Gravity in the beginning and For Good towards the end, then you would have more of an arc. Then I think it would bring more closure for people because you know how she starts, I'm limited, you know, but in Gravity she starts unlimited. It's like, oh, okay. But if you have to wait a year, most people aren't going. But I'm not a musical fan. Yeah. That's the only part I didn't like. I mean, it's fine. Like I said, Cynthia Erivo, I can listen to her sing. Even Ariana, even though Ariana can be annoying at times. I'm sorry.
What's the character?
Yeah.
No, just her. She can be annoying. Yes.
All right. Well, thank you guys for having me on the podcast again. This was so fun.
You'll have to come back. Less than
not stay for half a show.
Not have to do it, and I will come with more movies watched. Hopefully, we're slowly making my way. I finally saw Fargo, so that's off my 100 rating.
So that was gonna be something I was gonna pitch to you guys later. But if you guys want to get together and we're gonna keep doing our show, but if you guys want to get together again in like a month or two, I want to do the what has Margaret watched on her last whatever watched on Letterboxd, because like she's watching stuff we would have seen like 20 years ago or whatever, and she's watching it for the first time. She's got some of the hottest takes on the internet with movies where I'm like, she gave that 4 stars.
What'd you give 4 stars?
And then other things where she's like 2 stars, and I'm like,
what's an example, Robert?
Well, tell them about Fargo real quick.
I didn't really care for it. I didn't think it was that great. I think Frances McDormand is amazing.
Yeah,
and everything
Fargo was terrible.
But
what?
Terrible.
What?
I'm sorry. I'll say
too many
it again.
white people.
Well, it is very Midwestern centric.
Very Midwestern. I don't know what else I've seen that I gave like.
Well, you gave Nora 4 stars.
That was really good.
I
The
didn't see
Holdovers,
that.
I did give 5 stars. I thought that was great.
What did you give?
We'll save it for the show. But yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful night. I cannot believe you guys are going to keep.
Thank you for being here.
Well,
I'm only going to be here for a few more minutes.
We only talked about half.
And I haven't seen the rest of these, but go in peace. Have fun with the rest of them.
Take it easy.
Namaste.
Will do. Goodbye.
All right, later. Take it easy. Tell Chris I said I'll see him later.
Okay. Go back.
Bye, Chris. Love you.
All right, let me adjust my chair. So I'll do one real quick. Cool. Yeah. Same. Yeah, same. I'll do a 2 for real quick. These are both fighting movies. This would be Benny Safdie's The Smashing Machine. And
I didn't see it yet.
I don't know the director. David, I'm gonna butcher this. David Michôd. It's Christie with Sydney Sweeney. And I know Sweeney movie, so I figure this will kind of transition into that. The Smashing Machine looked awesome. It was pretty awesome. I really hope that the fact that this was not financially successful doesn't deter Dwayne Johnson from doing more of this, because he's got the fucking goods. Dude's got the fucking goods. We knew Emily Blunt was going to be great. She's been fucking doing this for 20 years, doing movies that are not necessarily just tentpole pieces. But it was really good. And he really was just totally transformative. And then with Christy, so this will lead us into our Sydney Sweeney conversation. It just kind of happened. I never even saw a trailer for this movie. I had heard it was coming out, saw a post here or there, saw a photograph, never saw a trailer. And I went into this movie blind and was like, I wasn't that familiar with Sydney Sweeney prior to 2025. 2025 is when I saw Immaculate, a couple other films of hers. I watched Euphoria, and I watched this movie and was like, Jesus Christ, she's really a good actress. Like, she's really good.
Oh, Sydney Sweeney?
The last 20 minutes of that movie, I was just like, I had no idea what was going to happen, because I wasn't familiar with Christy Martin's like biography, and just like, holy shit, could not recommend Christy enough. I was blown away. I thought it was awesome. So, and before I move on, Ben Foster as husband. Woo! All right, take it away, Ryan. Sydney Sweeney corner.
Well, I'll talk about the Smashing Machine first, since that's what you did. The movie itself was fine, but yes, Dwayne Johnson was the standout of that. Obviously, he was really good, and yes, I hope that he does more dramatic roles like this. A little bit of a side note, it is interesting when these combo directors go and do their own things. What I mean by that is we've seen the Coen brothers do a couple films on their own, for the most part.
I watched 20 Don't last
but
week.
Now we have seen Josh and Benny Safdie, right, do films of their own as well. I think separately they're still really good, but I do think together they have a much better balance, and I enjoy the films that they have done together more, is what I will say about that. As far as Christy, yes, excellent job by Sydney Sweeney. Ben Foster, obviously really good as well.
He's always great.
Now, when I talk about his character, I like to say husband with quotation marks, because if you watch the movie, you'll understand why that's kind of a...
Oh, they had like a lavender marriage, right? But the other way around.
Yeah.
But the other way around.
I know what you're saying, and yes, basically is the answer. Oh, well, they were legally married. Yes, I know. That's not what I'm saying. You'll just
you gotta watch
the movie and you'll understand. So anywho, really good. But the thing I was telling Rob and what he was saying as far as Sydney Sweeney movies in general, I know that not a lot of people are going to watch this particular show.
Well, I want to finish her filmography, so I'm going to watch all of these.
No. I mean, the show that we're doing right now.
Yes.
So we're not really going to get a large poll, if you will, but I am curious if anybody besides myself saw all four. Yes, there were 4 Sydney Sweeney movies in theaters this last year. That being Americana, Eden, Christy, and The Housemaid. And then, yes, there was an Apple TV movie called Echo Valley, which I also watched. So she had 5 total, but there were 4 that went to theater. Or, hey, I might be missing one. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But anywho, yeah, Christy, I would definitely recommend. I don't know what, it's got to be on a platform by now. I don't know which one it would be on.
Black Bear, it's Black Bear's first movie that they not only distributed but produced, they funded it themselves.
Okay.
Well, I don't know where it's going for streaming. What's interesting, I've kind of been following, Mubi the last couple of years with like The Substance and Dime I Love.
Yeah.
It took like a year for The Substance to get on a streamer that wasn't Mubi, which outside of Cinephiles, nobody has.
Right.
So it was crazy like last fall when I start getting phone calls from people like, hey, dude, I finally saw The Substance. And I'm like,
because it went to Max.
Because it went to HBO Max. So I'm hoping this goes to net. I would prefer this to go to Netflix because that's where you're going to get your most regular people eyeballs on it. And I think this is going to be kind of like an Iron Claw situation where I get calls this summer. If it goes to a Netflix or a HBO, whoa, Christie was really good. I know. Too bad it was only in the theater for 1 week because it only made $900,000 or whatever over the weekend.
Definitely deserves to be seen for her and Ben Foster's performance.
Yeah. And to be blunt, I just don't think enough people take her seriously yet.
Right.
As an actress.
I don't mean to be rude to say this, but judging off of her other roles, they probably thought it was going to be, just another same type of character that she's played, which it's definitely not.
No.
So,
no. I really I stand by this. I could sit here right now. 10 best actress slots for this past year. It was Tessa Thompson and Hedda. Like, oh man,
I haven't seen that one
yet. It was great. But no, she's got the goods, man. Sorry. Anyways, you were talking about all of her films.
Oh, I was just mentioning those are the four.
Is Americana on streaming yet? Because that's got Paul Walter Hauser in it. I'm
sure it's on Netflix or Hulu or something like that.
I know Eden just dropped on Netflix.
Now, here's what I'll say about Americana, though. It was marketed as a Sydney Sweeney movie because for sure she is the biggest star in that movie. But somebody else actually has more to do.
Paul Walter Hauser.
No.
Okay.
Halsey, the singer who has done some acting as well. Her character is in the movie more than any other one character.
Gotcha. So this isn't a What Lies Beneath situation where Ford gets top billing, but it's a Michelle Pfeiffer movie.
Right.
So there's three kind of big leads.
Yeah, I would say Halsey is definitely first tier when it comes to who the movie's about. And then Sydney and Paul are a separate story that eventually become a part of Halsey's story. But they are not the main story, if you will.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, and I mean, again, Sydney Sweeney's going to have another big year this year. We got Euphoria season 3 coming out, and obviously Zendaya and Anne Hathaway are on track to have some of the craziest fucking years in the history.
Zendaya a bit more because of the
prestiginess around some of them.
Well, no, not prestiginess, but the tentpoleness of it. And
with the Odyssey and Spider-Man.
Yeah, with the Odyssey, it's going to be one of, if not the biggest movies of the year.
Isn't she in Dune too?
Dune 3.
She's also she's also yeah.
TOO, sorry.
Yeah. And
I say prestiginess because A24 is doing the one with her and Pattinson.
Right, but I'm saying though, as if we're talking about big years, financial success.
Yeah.
Zendaya is set up a little bit more to have the bigger success because of the movies that she's in. Has nothing to do with the quality. It has everything to do with these are the big movie names.
And originally we were supposed to get Shrek 5 this summer, which would have been because she plays Mike Myers and Cameron Diaz's kid in the Shrek movie, but they pushed it to 27. And it's like kind of a good thing because it's like I think we're going to get enough Zendaya this year, with all of these projects.
And then Spider-Man as well. I don't know if we mentioned that.
Yeah. So you got the Pattinson flick, Spidey 4, Odyssey, Euphoria 3, and Dune 3.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's something that we just don't know about yet either.
Probably. So. Yeah. All right. Since we're kind of like, I don't know, I think this would be a good time to just kind of briefly talk about rom-coms, comedies in general. Didn't plan on doing this by genre, but I kind of like to group things together sometimes. Have either one of you guys seen Eternity yet?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think?
I liked it, and it probably should have been a streaming movie.
Yeah, that's right. We did talk about that on the phone. Yeah, I liked it a lot. and I'm glad it's on Apple now, so more people can check it out. I just think this movie just totally took me back to like 30s and 40s rom-coms in like the best way, like Frank Capra kind of movies, like Cary Grant kind of movies. And I think all three of the leads in that were incredible. Like, I also think Miles Teller is just an incredibly underused talent in Hollywood. He's so like, I will go on the hill for him and Chris Evans all day long. Like these guys are, I don't mean this to sound xenophobic or whatever, but like, you got these two American actors and all the British actors around your age are dancing circles around you guys. And I know Evans with the Captain America thing kind of like hovers. It's like a giant shadow, but like Miles Teller, dude, cast him in more shit. He's so fucking durable as an actor. I mean, you got Whiplash.
I think he's going to be in the Michael movie coming later this year.
That's correct. That is correct. Anyway, so I loved Eternity. I
think Miles Teller, his issue is that he plays a dick in a lot of movies.
He plays a good dick, though. This is true. That kind of gets him typecast to playing a dick.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah. And then I know I'm probably one of the only ones that thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I'm kind of kicking myself I didn't see it in the theater. I'm a sucker for really good speeches, especially in rom-coms, and Materialists delivered on all of that for me. I didn't like it as much as Past Lives, but again, let's not sit and compare writer-directors films because they're different. They're different movies, totally tonally different, etc. And speaking of Dakota Johnson, her production company, Tea Time, produced a film called Splitsville, which I rented on Amazon. And they don't make a lot of R-rated comedies anymore. I might have liked it more than most people, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I literally laughed my ass off multiple times. So that was really cool. Ryan, you said you saw Splitsville. What do you think about that?
No, I did not. Oh, sorry, Splitsville. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the Materialist for a second.
No, I was going fast. That's how I was talking.
Yeah, Splitsville was fine. There were some funny parts, but overall, definitely forgettable. Again, in my opinion, something that should have just gone straight to streaming. But
I think more people would have seen it if it would have gone on to Netflix or something. Yeah. Obviously, I'm somebody that just wants everything to be in the theater, including Happy Gilmore too.
Well, we can get on it later as to why I think what I do, but yeah.
All right, gentlemen, you guys take a pick.
Well, here, let's do this. No offense. Sure. Joker, are there any particular ones that we have not mentioned yet that you do want to talk about?
Yes, because you guys probably have seen them, and I know you're going to go into some deep, dark.
Let's hear.
Go for it.
I'll just put them all together. Superman, Four Stick, and Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts might have.
What was the second one?
Fantastic Four.
There's Four Stick. I'm sorry. Fantastic Four. Thunderbolts. I liked all of them-ish. Fantastic Four I probably liked the least out of all of them.
I like Superman the least.
I
like Thunderbolts the best out of the
definitely. Thunderbolts
I think Thunderbolts is getting I don't know why they're getting such a hard. I thought it was a good movie. I didn't, and this is. I think all of them have the same thing I've been talking about. I don't think the last 10 minutes of them were really good. Thunderbolts I thought was okay. I thought up till when they go into the void, I liked it. I thought the void was okay, but you're gonna run into a problem because what's gonna happen? You're overpowering people. What's gonna happen now? But it's essentially gonna be with Doom, against Doom, all this stuff. You're gonna overpower him, and then who's gonna be able to stop him? I think this is the Superman problem. What I didn't like about Superman is that. What did they say? You nerfed him out the gate. He's getting his butt kicked out the gate. He's getting beat up. Fantastic Four, like I said, it was okay. I don't think anybody was amazing. I don't think anybody was terrible. I thought it was very fine movie. It was entertaining. I like to put the superhero movies. I'm trying to think of any other superhero. You guys can say whatever you want about those.
My thoughts are very brief. My 10-year-old nephew turned to me 10 minutes into Superman and said, "I'm bored," which says a lot because who is that movie marketed towards? It's not necessarily marketed towards me.
Adults.
So that's not good. Yeah. It finally happened. I think I just got poisoned with the superhero stuff. I mean, again, I gave Thunderbolts 4 stars. Same with Fantastic Four. I thought they were really good. I probably won't rewatch them. I thought they were really good.
Mm-hmm.
Probably won't rewatch them, which that's not good either, because a lot of those older ones people used to just rewatch all the time. Yeah, that's all I got to say about it. Ryan, what say you?
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed Thunderbolts the most. The other two pretty even on how much I enjoyed them. My thing was they didn't make me want to see them again right away, which I think they kind of needed to do, especially Superman, because it was kicking off a brand new, or basically brand new universe. But I'm still going to see, what comes next, but I'm not at the level of excitement pre-Endgame or anything like that. So
no. So honestly, I don't think I did a rewatch last year, so I don't even think I'm gonna do a rewatch of anything going into Doomsday this Christmas. But that's just me. I don't know.
I don't think I need to do a rewatch. I think I've seen the Avengers movies, and I think I've seen most of the Marvel movies that I like enough where I don't really need to do a rewatch. Right. And the ones that I haven't seen, I mean, like I said, they weren't. None of them were spectacular. They were fine. I've watched Thunderbolts a couple of times. I do like Thunderbolts, but I think that they have enough different personalities in Thunderbolts that I like David Harbour. So how do I say it?
Harbour.
Yes, Harbour. Yes, sorry, Ryan. I know you've been trying to help me. You corrected me last time.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word. I don't remember.
I like Florence Pugh.
Pew pew.
U.S. agent. He's a dick, but he's whatever. Bucky's just getting so vanilla now. Like he's always getting his butt kicked.
That could be said about a lot of what's going on.
Is there another movie that you might want to talk about?
Oh, I'm sorry. Nobody 2 was the only other movie that I probably
I didn't see that one yet. I like the first one, but I didn't see the second one yet.
I didn't see all of the first one. I saw parts of the first one.
Oh, okay.
And the boss, aka my wife, wanted to see it, so we saw Nobody 2, and it was pretty good. It was good, and it was like John Wicky, but not like the first John Wick, not when he becomes like a superhero.
Right.
I don't think there's any other movies.
I haven't seen either Nobody yet. I haven't seen the first one. I love Bob.
I like the first one.
He's a G. So I got a couple of ones I'm just going to kind of breeze through.
Nice.
Just because I want to shout them out. I really liked Warfare. Thought that movie was fucking awesome. It was so intense.
Yes.
I thought the marketing for Roofman was terrible because what I thought that movie was going to be versus what it was slightly different. And really fucking good. And shout out to all of them. That movie was awesome.
I gotta say, I enjoyed it a little bit more than I thought.
Yeah,
everybody was great in it. Should have been a streaming movie.
I understand. Ari Aster's Eddington. That movie was amazing.
Please don't say the line.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say any lines. But when I walked out of that movie, I took like a big deep breath because it was like. I remember when Don't Look Up came out, which I'm a stand for. That's a 5-star masterpiece. I've seen it 4 times. A lot of people were like, man, this is a little too on the nose for a movie that came out in late 21. Well, let me tell you, after seeing Eddington, did a big exhale as I wrote my Letterboxd review. And I was like, fuck, man, we were all complicit in 2020. Like, didn't matter what side you were on or if you were on a side or wherever you fell, like everybody was just at each other's throats about everything. Not that we still are, but man, that it must have been like when All the President's Men came out and like you had just gotten through Watergate and now it's like, oh, let's rehash all that shit. That's what it was like watching Eddington. But again, Emma Stone, Papa Pedro, Joaquin Phoenix was great in it. He's awesome.
What I'll say about that one
Springsteen movie real quick.
Oh, I was going to talk about Eddington. Is that
Yeah,
okay?
please do.
Just
Please do.
so that way we can move on with it. I really did not like Ari Aster's previous film, Beau is Afraid. In fact, I walked out about halfway through because the halfway through mark was an hour and a half. And so I like him as a filmmaker. So I said, okay, I'll give this new one a chance. And I definitely enjoyed this one more. No matter how you feel about the subject matter, aka the beginning of the pandemic, doesn't really matter because I thought that it poked fun and gave perspectives on both sides. So I really enjoyed it.
It nailed it. Like, it didn't have a bias one way or the other. It was kind of like, y'all fucked up. I want to shout the Springsteen movie real quick.
You?
Yeah, I know, right? I saw it twice in the theater. I saw it with my dad. I saw it with my sister Hannah. It was amazing. I gave it 5 stars. Here's what I'll say about it. If it was me, I would have made the movie about the writing of Darkness on the Edge of Town. That's a different conversation for a different day. If you're a Springsteen fan, you know. I love Nebraska. I knew all about the making of Nebraska 15 years before this movie was even a book, and then it became a movie. I understand why some people didn't like it because it's not your standard biopic. It's very dark, and it's very reflective of the music that's on the album Nebraska and what Bruce Springsteen was going through at the time and did for quite a few years after that, more or less. But that being said, they nailed it. Most music biopics I go to and I'm like, they rushed through this or they rushed through that because this was only like 9 months or a year. They were able to do it all right. And everybody that was in it nailed the real people that they played. So that's what I'll say about that. Happy Gilmore 2. Love the Sandman. There's 3 other movies I know I want to talk about. I'm curious to know if Ryan wants to talk about them, but I'll
go for it.
Ryan. Hamnet. Fuck, was that sad? Oh yeah, Ryan hasn't seen this one yet. Man, that dude, I gave that 5 stars. That theater was packed 2 days after Thanksgiving. I knew I was probably gonna like it, but man, Jesse Buckley just broke my heart in that movie. Just shattered like glass. And the last 10 minutes is just like, I mean, I audibly heard people crying in the theater, you know, and people talk about that grief porn like it was a negative. It's like, well, you know, that whole crowd shared a theatrical experience that night, whether they laughed or they cried. And I think that's what's important. Marty Supreme. I Want to Be Forever Young. Kevin O'Leary's a fucking vampire. Shout out to Kevin O'Leary, who was insanely incredible in that film. Abel Ferrara. I mean, like all the people that showed up for this. Fran Drescher, Gwyneth Paltrow. I never get her name right, but I'm going to try it. Odessa Oazon. She was fucking great. Like, just all the love for Marty Supreme. And then my second favorite film of the year after One Battle After Another is The Testament of Anne Lee by Mona Fastvold, starring Amanda Seyfried. Oh my God. I can't wait to like watch that movie another 50 times. The only reason I've only seen it once is it was only here for 1 week in the middle of January. It finally came out. Me and my sister went out. It was 0 degrees and snowing, but we made the trek to go see The Testament of Anne Lee. And I was like blown the fuck away. That's one of the greatest performances in the last 10 years. No bullshit, you know, and maybe it's because it's Amanda and she hasn't done as many of these projects. Maybe we kind of take Leo for granted and Chalamet for granted. Like they're always going to be. She is so fucking good in this movie. One of the best performances of the last 10 years. Ryan, thoughts, opinions?
I saw Anne Lee. I thought it was really good. I personally don't want to watch it again probably, but I thought it was really good. I cannot speak to the realism or authenticity to whatever the story was. But like Rob was saying, Amanda was great in it. I have not seen Hamnet. However, from the way things are going, Jessie Buckley is going to win Best Actress, would be my prediction. And then Marty Supreme, really enjoyed. This was the other Safdie that did their own movie. Again, I was talking about how when they're together, I do think they're a little better, but this was still really well done. some other really interesting cameos. I don't know if you call them cameos, but people who pop up who may not normally be actors in this movie, I thought was really cool. And this is where I will say I'm fairly confident Timothy is going to win this year.
Oh, I thought you were going to shout out some of the other cameos.
I mean, I don't want to give them away, and maybe
people
will, be sitting there thinking, "Wait, is that so and so?" And then eventually it'll come to them and stuff like that. But yeah.
Oh, and is this thing on? I'm looking at my.
That was good.
Bradley Cooper. I love you, Bradley Cooper. You're 3 for 3. Like I just saw Wuthering Heights. Emerald Fennell's 3 for 3. Jordan Peele's 3 for 3. Like all of these filmmakers that I'm like, they're kind of newish to the filmmaking scene. They've been around for 10 years or whatever, but like, it's so cool to be like obsessed with all these new names that are up there with the Michael Manns and the Scorsese's and the, people that like, oh, they have a new movie coming out. Count me in. I don't need to see a trailer. I'm in,
I will say, even though I really enjoyed this thing on, I'm going to say it again, broken record, should have been a streaming movie.
I know. And for those of you that are watching or listening to this, I want to be clear. Me and Ryan talk on the phone a lot, and Ryan does a way better job than I do at supporting theaters. I do try to go as often as I possibly can. And I wish everything was in the theater, but at the end of the day, if you're a movie, you want the most eyeballs as possible on your movie. Cause that's what makes a movie successful. Money's great. And that's why I'd be a terrible producer. Money's great. But like, if people are talking about your movie 5 years, 10 years after it comes out, that's what makes it successful, in my opinion. I always go back to De Palma's Blowout. It's a great example of that, or It's a Wonderful Life, or, whatever have you. But sorry, anyways. Yeah, I get it.
But making money is great.
What's that?
But making money is great.
But making money is great.
Yeah.
But nothing made $1 billion this year, which that ain't good.
Yeah. Losing money is not, which
I can't believe Avatar. Oh, we didn't even talk about Avatar. I can't believe Avatar didn't.
It's fine. It made a lot of money. It didn't make Avatar level money, but it made a lot of money. It's fine.
That was my point, guys. A year ago when we did this show, Wicked for Good, Avatar, the Springsteen movie, all of these things we had on our list that were like, that's going to dominate next season. And But
so I want to clear up a couple things if that's okay. Number one, thank you, Rob. Yes, I do try to support the theater. Just to be clear, though, I'm not made of money. The one theater chain that I have around here is Regal. Therefore, I subscribe to their Regal Unlimited plan. And because I live in the state that I do, it's only $25 a month. Right. So like I mentioned earlier, I saw 65 movies. So they are not making any money off of me. Let's put it that way. I am getting my money's worth and then some out of this subscription thing.
And I did the AMCA list for Oscar season. I just canceled it the other week because it's a little bit of a drive for me to go to an AMC. Cinemark is closest to me. It's right down the street. They don't have a program. Otherwise, I would be a member. So that's why I do see less, because I got to go do all that. But anyways, yeah. No, it sucks. It sucks. There's not a movie that made $1 billion this year. It's because there's only like 5 players in the game. And you need a movie like Avatar to make $2 billion to fund all the Fox Searchlight projects.
Right. But that's also why earlier in the show, I shouted out Sinners, Weapons. I know I didn't say it, but The Housemaid was very financially successful.
And that's the one I told you on. That's what I alluded to earlier. I was like, dude, this movie's going to make a shitload of money. My theater was packed.
And
$350 million.
It sure did. Currently, I know it's a 2026 movie. I'm sorry, but Send Help is doing pretty well.
Send Help was great.
The YouTuber.
Only because it's Rachel McAdams.
Well, yeah. Markipliers, however you say it. I apologize. I am not familiar with his content, but he made a $3 million movie and it's almost made $30 million. So those are all really great things.
And you know what these things aren't? The 4th movie in a franchise or the 20th movie in a franchise or the 3rd remake of something. And I think people are starting to figure out, who won the year? Warner Brothers won the year.
Yes,
were their
and
three
they are
movies?
poised to win the year this year too.
They were all original movies.
You
Who
think
would have thought? Who would
you
have
think
thought?
Warner
a new
Brothers is
idea?
going to beat out Disney this year?
I don't know, but they at least have a chance.
Well,
Okay.
because
I think Universal might end up beating out Disney this coming year. Just
maybe
because
with the
of fucking
Odyssey, yeah, that's true.
You think the Odyssey is going to make more than
Not-
Spider-Man and Doomsday?
So
I know
Spider-Man-
Spider-Man, Sony.
Yeah,
So
but
I know
no, I'm
Spider-Man
saying
Sony.
overall,
with the
Overall.
lineup that they have, which we won't get into because it's just too much right now. But
Right.
I think Warner Brothers has enough movies that will be successful financially to possibly get them that top thing. Disney obviously does as well, but I think Warner Brothers is the only one that, looking at the year and what we know is coming out, has that chance.
well,
So,
and Disney's got three big ones: Toy Story 5. Well, yeah, you're right. Spider-Man, Sony. So their other big one is obviously the Avengers. We are so far out from this Doomsday movie. This could be a repeat of 2017's Justice League. I don't want that to happen, but like this thing might come out making $500 million.
unless it's really bad, I don't foresee that.
Sure.
For what? What?
Doomsday.
Make it happen?
Doomsday.
No, Doomsday's going to make a lot of money.
But overall, I mean, dude, Greta Gerwig's got Narnia coming out.
Well, let's see about that.
Ted Saranto said they're putting it in theaters.
Yeah, well, I'm going to believe that when it happens.
Sure,
So,
sure. But yeah, Warner Brothers might take the crown again for 26, which would be fucking great. And you know what? Further proves what I said a year ago. How the fuck Warner Brothers should be buying out other people, not getting bought out. They're the greatest studio of all time.
there's a lot more to that, but yes.
I know.
Yes.
Any other movies you guys want to talk about?
I have a lot that I would like to quickly go through.
Please do.
But the one other thing I wanted to say, as I've been saying through this stream, should have been a streaming movie. Should have been a streaming movie. Why do I keep saying that? With the trend of, at least to me, and the box office itself, less people going to the theaters, which again, I'm very glad that Margaret has a different view on it. I really, really hope that is the case. Financially, it does not appear to be the case. So people have to be way more choosy on what they are going to see. So for example, just in my theater right now, there's either 8 or 10 movies out. Most people, not Rob and I, obviously, but most people are going to see one movie a month, if that. And there's 10 movies right now. So
And if that.
how are all these movies that go to the theater going to make their money? They're just not going to. And unfortunately, that happened a lot last year. It happened a lot the year before, and so on. Yes, I want the theatrical experience to live on, but because of the way that the movie-going audience has changed, I think what movies go to theaters need to change as well. Yes, it's going to be more tentpole, but again, I'm glad there's ones like Sinners, Weapons, who do break that mold. But those movies really do feel like more of a theatrical experience, where when we talk about things like, is this thing on? Eternity, so on and so forth, had they have done less marketing and budgeted it for a streaming service, I do think it would have ended up better. But
Well,
hey,
what's hilarious as a side note is, again, I was so fortunate to go to the Netflix screening for Maestro, Bradley Cooper's second film,
right.
and to see that on the big screen
Yes.
was incredible. And it's like I'm sitting there going, and then it just got dumped, and I'm like, what? That should have had a big theatrical release for the sound and the visuals, and but
Right.
I totally get your point, and I understand it. And it's gotta suck to be a filmmaker. Like, you worked your whole fucking life, you're doing this movie, you worked your ass off. And 10 years ago, it was Netflix has a movie coming out. Well, that doesn't mean anything anymore. And it's like, and shout out to Guillermo del Toro. The reason I knew it was playing at a theater a half hour away is because he posted on Twitter a website that had every theater that was screening Frankenstein back in October. Went out of my way to go see it because of that. So,
all right, so I'm going to quickly go through these, and I apologize, but I'm going to try to describe them the best I can as I go.
okay.
A movie called The Gorge with Anya Taylor-Joy and Miles Teller. This was a Apple TV movie. I really enjoyed it, and I think that it was perfect that it went straight to Apple TV Plus, because that's where it was able to be. I don't know how successful it was, but this is something that I'm fairly confident would have came and went had it have gone to the theaters. So kudos to that. There were a couple other Jack Quaid movies that I saw that I enjoyed, one of which was in theaters, Novocaine. It's about a guy who works at a bank where he has I don't know the right term for it, but his brain is not able to tell
the
its
pain
body,
reception.
that he feels
good.
pain.
I saw that.
It's very well done, the things he has to do in his life so he doesn't accidentally hurt himself too much, because he doesn't realize when he's hurt and things like that. It was a fun comedy, action, very over the top, violent at times, but not violent in a hateful way, violent more in a funny way, I would personally say. Again, that's Novocaine with Jack Quaid. And then another one, I don't know if it actually came to theaters, but I watched it at home, called Neighborhood Watch. It was with Jack Quaid and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Jack Quaid plays somebody, I want to say on the spectrum. I'm pretty sure that is what his character was, where he sees a kidnapping, but nobody believes him. And then Jeffrey Dean Morgan, to try to, get him to calm down or whatever, is like, okay, I'll help you find this person. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan is an ex-security guard, and it's about them trying to find this person that he says is kidnapped. I actually enjoyed it, thought it was pretty good. Again, I don't know if it went to theater, but perfect at-home watch wherever it might be. Again, that was called Neighborhood Watch. The next one I will talk about is, sorry, I'm looking through my list here. Joker briefly mentioned this earlier, but Ballerina, the one with Ana de Armas, the spinoff of the John Wick franchise. If you like the John Wick movies, you're going to like this. It did not do it all that well at the theaters. It's not that I think it should have been a streaming service, but Keanu is in it, which that's not a spoiler. He's in the trailer, so you know that right away. But unfortunately, she just did not have the draw that he did. But I really enjoyed it. If you like the John Wick movies, absolutely check that out. We talked about that. If you did not see The Naked Gun with Liam Neeson and Pam Anderson,
that was funny.
I thought it was pretty funny. I mean, to me, the original Naked Gun is just one of the funniest movies. I love that kind of humor. So I thought this did a really good job at attempting to replicate that. And obviously Liam Neeson playing it straight through the whole thing.
It's hilarious.
Where what he's saying is just ridiculous. So yeah, there's that. There was a movie on Hulu called Swiped with Lily James. It was about the founder, or at least one of the co-founders of Bumble, and how she worked at Tinder before creating the company Bumble, both of which are dating apps. Again, I think this is on Hulu. I really enjoyed it. Again, I don't know how accurate all this is, but that was the premise, and it is based on a true story. So check that out. Thought it was a good one. And we talked about that. Sorry, I have some of these starred, which is why I'm looking at them. We talked about that.
We saw a lot of movies. I can't even.
Well, and
no family, no kids, no nothing. So
Ryan watches pretty much like whatever new is coming out, and Rob's
no.
I just watched Eddie Davison of Human Bondage from 1932.
Right, Rob's like, have you seen this one from 1950? No, Rob, I have not seen this random movie from 1954.
You know.
I talked about, okay, so the last ones I'm going to bring up here because I think they're worth mentioning. Obviously, it is not a new movie. I mean, technically it's new, but it's not a new movie. I was lucky enough to see Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair in theaters, which I absolutely love. There was an intermission, so fear not.
I did use it. I was, because I chugged the whole coffee and then went to the show and was like, this is perfect time.
Yeah, they added a little bit, and a few things, in my opinion, were changed for the better. For example, the big fight towards the end of number 1, where the bride fights the Crazy 88, is now in color instead of like all blue or all red or all whatever they had to do for the original version. But yeah, seeing this back to back, it's absolutely one movie. And
I told you I haven't seen it since it came out. I saw them when they came out and was like, these are great. Love Quentin. Moved on with my life. So it was nice to watch the whole thing.
Yes. Yes, definitely. Allegedly, it will be coming to physical media. So I don't know if it's coming to a streaming service, but if it does, I would strongly recommend checking that out.
I've seen it advertised on Twitter, so whatever the fuck they call it. So
there are 2 movies that are not big movies, but I wanted to recommend above most of the other things that I've watched. The first one is another Steven Soderbergh movie called Black Bag with Michael Fassbender and Cate Blanchett. It is a spy thriller. Great movie. Unfortunately, it did not do well in the theaters. It pains me to say it, but it probably should have been a streaming movie as well. And I say that because it would have done better had the promotion all gone towards the streaming side of things. Again, this is the movie Black Bag. Please watch it if you like either Steven Soderbergh as a director, Michael Fassbender, Cate Blanchett as actress, or if you just like spy movies in general. Awesome movie.
So real quick, I just want to say this. So that was a Universal picture. At least they distributed it. And Peacock's one of the ones, like we used to have it, but got rid of it a couple years ago because it just wasn't enough.
Right.
Going.
Yeah.
And I waited for this movie to come onto Amazon. I watched it in December because it was finally available on Amazon Prime to watch for Prime members. And that's the tricky thing. I get what you mean when you say straight to streaming, but not everybody's got Peacock. You know what I mean? So
right, which is why I'm saying, had this have gone to a Netflix or one of the bigger ones, yes, I realize it's Universal, which is Peacock, but as we know, they make deals with different companies, or Netflix does, to get their movies on there instead. So I think that would have been the wiser choice in this case, and more people would have saw it right away. But yes, there are those who are discovering it as time goes on. But I'm here telling you, if you haven't watched it, it is definitely worth your time. Which brings me to the last one. This is one of the movies that I went into basically blind. So I knew Lily James, who I just talked about from the movie Swipe, and Riz Ahmed, who was from Nightcrawler and
Sound of Metal.
Yes, Sound of Metal.
I hated that movie because that's my biggest fear in life, is losing my hearing.
Right, I do recall. This is a movie called Relay. It is a thriller movie. It is about primarily Riz Ahmed's character helps people get documentation that companies don't want made public, but needs to be made public out there. And he does this through what is known as the relay system. So people who are either deaf or hard of hearing are able to call a number, and they type to somebody who then calls the person that they need to speak with and relays what this person is saying. Now, he uses this system because it is illegal to find out who the caller is. And that's how he gets away with all these things. Lily James is one of the clients that seeks him out to get information that she has out there. Again, this is a thriller movie. I really enjoyed it. So if you get a chance, check this out. Relay. I want to say it's on Paramount Plus. I'm not 100% sure, but I do know that it's streaming.
Okay.
Sheesh, you guys.
I mean, yeah, Achilles. Like I've already logged 60 movies for 2026. Not movies of 2026, but that I've watched since January 1st. But I think I've only seen 3 movies from 2026 so far this year.
So
Check out the rip.
To your point, Disney releases Hoppers, which is a Pixar movie, The Mandalorian and Grogu, Toy Story 5, Moana live action, Spider-Man, Hex, which is another Disney movie, and Avengers.
Yes, more than likely they will win, but Warner Brothers has a chance.
Oh, I'm not saying they don't have a chance. I just wanted to tell Rob he was wrong.
Off the top of your head, do you remember anything else Universal's putting out this year other than the Odyssey?
I do not know.
Okay, I'll have to look.
You guys talk. I'll look.
Are they doing? I think they're doing the Universal's doing the Colleen Hoover movie with Anne Hathaway and Dakota Johnson that comes out in October. So that and Colleen Hoover movies can make some money.
I will take your word for it.
We'll see.
Minions, Monsters.
Yeah, that's
Elimination.
Wait, hold on.
So while Achilles looking that up, I'm just going to shout out. This is the first year. And
another one.
I'll be there
Another
opening.
one.
I'll be there opening showing for both Spider-Man 4 and Doomsday. But here's what else. Unless Doomsday happens, and then I will see Doom first. This is the first year in 10, 15 years where my top 5, like if I had to only pick 5 most anticipated movies of the year, there's no superhero movies on the list. And we're talking Adventures of Cliff Booth, we're talking The Odyssey, we're talking Dune 3, Disclosure Day, Steven Spielberg's coming back, and we're talking Robert Eggers' Werewolf, which is coming out on Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to most of those. Let me rephrase. I'm looking forward to all of them. I'm excited about a few of those.
Yeah.
Well,
and excited too, because it's like we have no idea what Werewolf is going to be like, and that gets me excited. Like Dune Messiah, we don't know what's going to happen, but like,
well, because we haven't read the book.
We know visually, right.
Oh, okay. They might make a run. So we have Reminders of Him. I don't know what that is.
What studio?
I cannot wait for that.
Oh,
I cannot wait for that movie to come out.
Is that the Colleen? Is that the other Colleen?
Seeing the stupid trailer every movie I go to.
Is that the other Colleen Hoover?
Yes.
Oh God, that movie. Like, no offense to the people that are involved in it.
I get it. There's an audience for it. We are not that audience for this.
No.
So
okay.
Sorry.
The Super Mario Galaxy movie.
That's going to be big.
You, Me, and Tuscany. That's going to be big.
I have no clue what that is.
Yeah.
Disclosure Day. Minions and Monsters.
That's right. Spielberg's movies with Universal.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have that much faith in that movie until I get closer.
Sure. I got
Minions and Monsters, The Odyssey, Forgotten Island, The Other Mommy, Focker-in-Law, allegedly, and Violent Night 2. Okay. They could do okay. They can make a little swing for it.
I forgot we got the 4th Focker movie coming out this year. That I'm down. De Niro's in it. I'm in. I'm totally in. I still haven't seen Alto Nights because I don't know if I can put myself through that. But
side note, did you see Crime 101 yet?
Seeing it Tuesday.
Oh, that's right. Listen, Hemsworth was really good.
Dude, the cast is stacked. All 4 of them. Are you kidding me?
It's weird. It was weird seeing him without his Thor accent because he has like an American accent. Because even when he's Thor, he has his normal accent.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna go. So obviously, Wuthering Heights. I've been excited for this for 6 months.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We haven't talked about it yet. We'll talk more on Tuesday. But so I had to go see that one on Friday. But I was like, man, Crime 101. That's getting some good reviews. 90s crime thriller throwback? Question mark. I'll be there on Tuesday.
Good cast. Hulk was in it. Storm was in it. Thor was in it. They were all good.
Has Barry Keoghan? Well, he's Ringo, so it's got 3 superheroes and Ringo.
Or Joker.
Barry Keoghan played the Joker in the Batman. His character,
materialists.
His character was a little annoying though in the movie. And I want to say it's Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte's in it? No fucking way.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You are correct.
I just even got more excited for that.
Good movie. Okay, let's let Ryan go free before he.
Is there
Well, we'll see.
anything else you guys want to say before we end the stream?
I am good for now, but I am down for the What Has Margaret Seen in a month or so.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely down for that.
Two things. Hot take. Weapons was okay. I was not overly impressed with Weapons. A lot of people love Weapons. I didn't think it was scary at all either.
Okay.
It just annoyed me because it was supposed to be a horror movie and supposed to be scary. It had some okay things in it. Sir Joker Network looming. Competing with Rob. Me and Rob going head to head.
I'll make this last 10 seconds. I'm helping him set up his own channel, and we're going to get all the old shows and put them on there and launch them to success as the RFN kind of fades into the background. But yes, we will definitely be doing a show with Margaret soon as just a fun way to talk random ass movies.
When are you going to get all your sisters on the show?
Well, one of them, and I quote her, "I'm a public servant. I can't be on camera." Dude, just hit up Helen. Just hit her up, Achilles. Y'all got her number. Just hit her up.
Helen's not going to respond to me. Helen's a busy beaver.
Yo, here's the link. Let's fucking roll.
Helen,
did they see Wuthering Heights?
Has Helen seen Wuthering Heights?
Have any of your sisters seen Wuthering Heights?
No, Hannah wants to see it. She just was busy this week. But I told her I don't think she's gonna like it, to be honest.
Oh, why?
And none of them liked Saltburn. And I know they're different movies, but like, you're either into Emerald Fennell or you're not. I think at this point,
right? And
I am. Promising Young Woman was a fucking masterpiece. So, yeah. That being said, anyways, I think this is the 4th or 5th year we've done this show. So shout out to you guys. I look forward to this every year. Just talking shop. Anything you want to plug, Achilles?
Not yet. I will let you guys know when the Sir Joker Network comes. I do want to talk about what's it? Welcome to Derry. I'm watching The Pit too. The Pit's actually really good.
I've heard nothing but great things.
My sisters watch The Pit, so
The Pit is really good.
We could get a group chat going on, and you guys can just stream. You don't need me.
Of course, we need you. We need you to have your outlandish takes.
Some of them get me in trouble.
Huh?
I said some of them get me in trouble.
You're fine.
You're fine. We don't know what you're talking about.
No.
I know.
All right, gentlemen, this has been a pleasure and a blast. Thank you for joining me, and thank you all for watching the show and tuning in.
Namaste.
See you guys later. Take it
Joker
easy.
out.
Thank you.
Peace.